on them being your second opinion partner. What does that mean? Maybe you've got somebody you're working with or you've worked with in the past in the HVAC world. Guess what? They want to give you a second opinion. How much does it cost? Nothing. You call them up and say, hey, can I get a second opinion on this deal? They come out and they either say, wow, that's a great deal, you should feel better about that. Or they say, we can beat that price. And usually they're going to beat it by a lot. Guess what? You just saved money and it didn't cost you anything to find out. It's a no-lose situation. Go with a trusted company. American Energy, 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. Jingle Singers, take it away.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
Hi, I'm Alan Stiles. Injured at work? Call Downtown. Downtown LA Law Group, California's leading injury law firm. With over 40 lawyers throughout California, they've won over $500 million in settlements. Downtown LA Law Group will get you compensation for your work injury. You don't pay unless they win. That's right. You pay zero up front. Call Downtown. Text Injury Help to 40222. That's Injury Help to 40222. Visit them at calldowntown.com.
It is peak summertime for Sacramento Rivercats baseball. From July 18th through the 27th, we have 9 Rivercats home games in 10 days at Sutter Health Park. It's the perfect time to bring the whole family for affordable, action-packed baseball and nonstop fun. With every game offering something special, don't miss the excitement. There's no better place to be this summer than right here at the ballpark with the Sacramento Rivercats. Get your tickets at rivercats.com.
Summer's flying by, and that back-to-school checklist, it's growing fast. New backpack? Check. School supplies? Check. Dentist appointment? Let's fix that. Kids Care Dental and Orthodontics is making it easy to cross dental checkups off your summer list fast with priority scheduling for new patients and kid-friendly care that makes them smile. It's one less thing to worry about before fall. Call now or book online at kidscaredental.com. That's kidscaredental.com because healthy smiles should be the easiest thing to check off your summer list.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sacktown Sports 1140. Feeding your passion for local sports in the afternoon. It's the Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Kyle Drape on your radio at 1140 a.m.
Streaming audio at sacktownsports.com and the Sacktown Sports app.
You can also watch the show on YouTube at Sacktown Sports 1140. Here are the Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Kyle Drape.
Kyle Draper is in Vegas. He'll be joining us momentarily. So you got Jay and Whitey today. Jay, I'm wondering if you saw Superman over the weekend. And no, I'm not talking about the movie. I'm talking about Devin Carter.
Uh-oh.
Superman.
Okay.
How about that? He was incredible Saturday.
Man.
10 of 13, 5 of 7 from threes, 30 points. I hope all those people are walking back all the bad things they said about him on Friday, Jay.
I was going to say, it was people that are ready to trade him, cut him. Don't bring them back, Whitey.
Yeah,
you know what, Jay? Just cut him, Drapes. Let him go for a second rounder.
Yeah. Turns out he played pretty well. Turns out he is better than Bronny. I know that was one of the
question?
comments somebody has said, well, Bronny's better than Devin Carter. So it's just one game I know.
Who said that?
Somebody on the text line said, I honestly don't remember. It might have been in the chat. Yeah, I think it was in the chat. Don't remember who said it, but that just was a good example of how ridiculous this whole thing was getting, Jay. So good for Devin Carter. And, I think one of the keys to how much better he played relates to something that Jerry Reynolds told us when we talked to Jerry on Friday, because we were having the conversation about point guards. Point guards have changed. Pure point guard. Is he a pure point guard? And Jerry told us, I think you might have asked the question, Jay. Jerry says, it's not so much anymore you want to be a point guard. You want to be a lead guard. And Devin Carter, if he's going to sit there, I got to facilitate. I got to get everybody organized. That's not his thing. But a lead guard, you want him to lead your attack? He can do that.
I like it.
Yeah.
You were impressed by the performance?
Uh-huh.
Okay, boy.
Especially the way he bounced back.
A man of steel?
Oh, that's right.
Are you
he was a man of 3 steals.
Yes.
Yes,
Are you anointing him the nickname of Superman, or what are we doing here?
I doubt it'll stick.
Okay, I'm just checking.
If he plays like that, every game. We've already had 2 Supermen, right? We had Shaq and we had Dwight Howard. Shaq was mad that Dwight Howard said he was Superman. I'm just saying for last weekend, Summer League Superman.
He's a Summer League Superman.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Maybe we can. I'm blanking. What was Superman's name?
Clark Kent.
Clark Kent. There you go.
Yeah.
Maybe we could call him Devin Kent.
Yes.
Clark Carter or somebody. We'll figure it out.
I think there's an old song called Sunshine Superman by Donovan. So I think, Devin Carter and Summer League use the Sunshine Superman. And Kings winning again, and the youngsters playing well. I'm disappointed, though, Jay. I'm disappointed because tonight you got the Kings against the Suns, and I was looking forward to seeing Maxime Reynaud play against Cam Malawach, but Maxime Reynaud got a little tweak in his wrist or something, so he's not playing tonight.
Yeah, got a little twinge.
Yeah.
Hold him out.
Yeah, I get it. I know. Load management in Summer League. That's where we are now.
That's where we're at in the NBA.
Yeah.
We're definitely at load management in the NBA. That's just part of where we're at right now.
Yeah.
Even Summer League, too. There's a bunch of people who are Summer League-wise being held out.
Yeah, Sunshine Superman. You ever heard this song, Jay?
No, I ain't never heard this, man.
Song.
Never heard
this. It's an old song. Yeah. It's nice to see Devin Carter play so well and Nick Clifford play well. And Kings fans are going crazy over how well the young players are playing. They're getting so excited that a lot of them, I don't know how many, but a lot of them are saying, Drapes, welcome to the show, Kyle Draper.
Hey, what's up? You got me?
Yeah, we got you. What do you make of the Kings young players playing so well that some people led by Carmichael Davis saying, you know what, just play all the young guys next year. We don't need those veterans. It'd be a lot of fun to just play the young guys. Drapes, I think people get a little carried away.
Oh, 100%. I mean, it's Summer League. They're going against guys that aren't even going to be in the league, right? I mean, let's keep it right. These are dudes, that's no offense to them, going to be overseas, going to be working at the local Walmart. They ain't going to be on the NBA court. And so pump the brakes. And of course, Carmichael Dave would say something like that, man. It's, it's getting clicks, it's getting headlines, but it makes no sense at all. You take the best Summer League team here and put them against any regular NBA team, and they get smoked. They get the brakes beat off of them. And so, nah, man, it's been a good story. It's nice to see the young guys play well, but I need to see Zach. I need to see DeMar. I want to see Domas. I want to see those guys out there.
Yeah, we want to know what you thought of Devin Carter, but more importantly, we want to know how your weekend went in Sin City.
It's been an ordeal, fellas. I'm struggling right now. I'm struggling right now, man, because so I'm getting all these texts right now. Sorry about this, guy. So I'm chilling at the pool on Saturday, just being Drapes, sipping on my non-alcoholic pina colada. You know what I mean? Got my phone sitting on my lap, and I'm in one of those lounge chairs, that sit kind of in the pool, but not, you just get your feet wet. So my phone falls in the water.
Oh.
I'm like, here we go. But it's only in the water for like 3 seconds. Only in the water. So I grab it out, and the screen's flickering a little bit. I'm like, all right, once it dries out, it'll be A-okay.
I turn it off.
Well, it went off on its own and hasn't been back on since. And so I spent Saturday night running around trying to get a replacement phone. Went to the Apple store at about 7:30 after the Kings game. Couldn't get a new phone. They didn't have it in stock. Couldn't access my AT&T. It was an ordeal. I got back to the hotel at 11 o'clock on a Saturday night. No phone. Couldn't hang out with the fellas. Couldn't get in contact. I was tired, and I was upset. And so guess what I did, though?
Well, you're getting texts, so I know you must have got a new phone at some point.
Well, just now. That's why I'm a few minutes late. I was running to get it. But I flew back to Sac yesterday.
What?
Because it was Nick's birthday, his 16th birthday, and he had his party with his friends at Sunsplash and everything. So we did that all day from 11 to 5. I got back to Sac around 10, went straight to Sunsplash, hung out from 11 to 5. And then last night, me and Nick flew back down to Vegas last night, and we got to the hotel at 1 a.m.
How about
so
that?
Your boy is dragging right now. I'm struggling. I know. I'm having a rough go of it. I'm going to just call it like it is. Your boy is struggling right now. And so I got the phone, but they didn't update my they didn't carry over all my contacts and all my You know what I mean? And so I'm like, people are texting, and I'm like, new phone, who this? And so none of my apps are on here. So I'm struggling, man. I'm having a rough go of it, big fella. I might tap out here in the next 5 minutes.
That's different. You in Vegas with no phone. Ooh.
That's old school.
Dang, dog.
I did my iPad, however, does have cellular. So I'm walking around everywhere with an iPad typing, everybody's like, dude, you need a smaller phone, bro. And one guy at the airport was like, dang, you went big time today, huh? And I was just like, bro, I'm struggling over here, man.
You know who I feel badly for, Kyle? I feel badly for you. Campaign's agent. He's like, this is the number. I can't get hold of you.
I know, right? I know.
I don't know what's going on, gang.
Exactly. He wants to break some news, and he can't do it because he can't hit me up. I know. I'm struggling, man. I'm struggling. So,
we got
4 hours.
Did you drop your phone in the water? I mean,
yes, because
or did it come out your pocket, or
huh? What'd you say, Jay?
I said, did you have it in your hand and you fumbled it? You got to trade it, or did it come out your pocket, or what?
I got the visual right here on the YouTube chat. So I'm lounging like this in the little Chase lounge chair, or whatever it's called. And then I sit up, and then the phone was on my lap. It dropped. And it was in there for like 3 seconds. I'm like, it'll be all right. But I ain't have no rice to put it in. Usually you throw it up in the rice.
Yeah.
Let the rice soak it up. But
long grain.
I can't find no long grain, no Uncle Ben's out here in Vegas. And so, man, so I'm struggling. I've been using my iPad for everything. And then I finally get it done, and they don't even transfer my apps. So I got to, I think I got to wipe it clean and then reinstall everything.
Can I ask, was that anything close to like a free replacement?
No, I did have
at that Apple Care on there.
Apple Care, so it cost me $99.
Yeah, they still get you. Just another reason to come to the dark side, Drapes.
I was thinking that. So I'm at the AT&T store about an hour ago, and she hooking me up. I'm like, "What phone you have?" She's like, "Oh, I got the iPhone." I was like, "Dang," because everybody telling me to, switch to the Samsung. Come on over.
Come on to the dark side,
whatever it is. Yeah. But I might be done with Apple though after this, because the customer service was awful. Big fella. I mean, I was in that store for like 2.5 hours on Saturday.
That's it.
I know, right? That's it.
Nothing
when you there from 7:45 to 10. It's like, damn.
When you ain't got to see, the problem is they make everybody have appointments and all of that stuff.
Right.
Yeah, Apple.
Right. And think about it like this. And I love my son. Nick's my guy. But that was my last free night without kids, without Nick being here. And so my last free night was spent in the Apple and AT&T store.
But what a dad, though, huh? What a dad. Flying back to the Valley for Nick's birthday, then bringing him to Vegas. Father of the year right there.
Exactly. And, it's, I tell you what, if he was turning 12, get that. If he is 17, screw that. But 16, it's kind of a big one, I guess. So, flew back, picked him up, and he's out there watching the games right now, man. He's handling it.
What'd you do for the 16th? He had a big party at the Draper Shindig, or?
Right, we went to Sunsplash.
Oh, Sunsplash. You did say that. That's right.
Yeah. So him and 5 friends, and then Quinn had to bring her girlfriend. So it was like 10 of us out there.
Okay.
And I'm not trying to be helicopter dad, so I'm letting the kids do their thing. You know what I mean? But,
especially at that age, yeah.
But what's dad supposed to do from 11 to 5? Just sit there and twiddle my thumbs and everything.
Hit that arcade, champ.
Right. I hopped in the lazy river a couple times when it did a couple laps, but yeah, man, it's been brutal, man. I'm struggling right now. I'm struggling.
Well, we know Devin Carter struggled in the first game, but how great was it to see how well he played? Maybe shutting some people out, or shutting some people up, I should say. Saturday, Drapes. Devin Carter was Superman.
Yeah, he was great, man. And I had a chance to chop it up with his dad. I was sitting next to his dad, and I asked him, I'm like, what was the message after, the first game, on, what was that, Thursday? He said, really, there was no message. Devin knew what he had to do. And what I saw the difference between Thursday and Saturday's game, fellas, is on Thursday, Devin Carter was trying to be a point guard. On Saturday, Devin Carter was just being himself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He wasn't he wasn't, just trying to run the offense. Like, he was going for his. He was playing basketball instead of playing a role. And I thought that was huge, man. And he did it on both ends. The number of steals he had and everything. It was great, man, to watch. Knock it down to 3 and everything. Talking some trash out there. I loved it, man. I thought he was great.
Yeah, wasn't he talking trash to Buzelis, I think, who didn't even play? Matas Buzelis was giving him some lip from the bench. You're not even playing, Buzelis. Be quiet.
Yeah, Buzelis over there talking some trash in street clothes. But no, I thought our boy Devin Carter handled himself really well, man. And one thing I said to his dad, I think I said this the other day. They're trying to make him a point guard and see what he can do. To me, he's just a player. You know what I mean? I don't think you could pigeonhole him into you got to be the point guard and run the show and everything. Like, he can impact the game just by being out on the floor. And so I thought that's the difference. I'm interested to see how he does tonight, obviously, with no Max Reynaud playing, no big fella out there. I want to see him out there tonight and see if he can have back-to-back great games.
Yeah, you know what you said, Drapes, it really synced up with something Jerry Reynolds told us on Friday. And Jerry was talking about the point guards, and I think Jay may have asked him, the point guard has changed. There's the notion of the pure point guard. There aren't many of them anymore. And Jerry said, well, Devin Carter didn't have to be a point guard, a traditional point guard, but he can be a lead guard. And that's what he was Saturday. He had the ball in his hands. The offense started with him, but he was very aggressive. He led the attack, but he wasn't sitting there, to your point, like, well, I'm going to facilitate. I'm going to get everybody else going. And that's the kind of point guard he is, more of a lead guard than that quarterbacking point guard. That's just the type of player he is.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. And, the thing I like about him is the aggressiveness, especially when he got it going, looking for his shot, looking to make plays. He wasn't timid. That's what we wanted to see in game 1, to be honest with you. When you're a second-year player, and I know he didn't play Summer League last year, and that's one of the things his dad said is, like, he told him, dude, this is your first Summer League. You haven't played it. Don't be too hard on yourself. And, the thing about Devin that I'm impressed with, he knew what he needed to do come game 2. He knew he had to come out and have a big game, and he did just that.
Yeah, I was reminded, Drapes, of all the times we've done our show from the arena the day of a game. So we get to see the players come out, work out. We've seen him a lot. We saw him a lot last year when he'd come out before the game. And remember, he would take some long jump shots. Like, what is he doing? Then we finally saw, in the game on Saturday, he's knocking those down, those long range jump shots. So maybe that's part of his game going forward.
Yeah. I mean, it's the fact that he was able to get it off like he did too. You know what I mean? Was impressive, and he showed some range out there. And so I like the fact he just looked comfortable out there, man. And so we'll see tonight, like I said. But if he can just look comfortable as a player come the fall, I think he's going to help the Kings out.
Well, TR says Devin Carter, 6'2". He can only be a point guard at that size. Too small to be a wing. Another wasted draft pick, Drape. So I thought Devin Carter had put all that, to bed with as well as he played on Saturday, but still some naysayers, some Devin Carter naysayers here today.
Man, I tell you, TR is a wet blanket, man. This dude coming in. Kings coming off a great game. Reynaud played well. Our boy Nick Clifford played extremely well. Devin Carter, and this is what TR is coming with. Like, how can you say he's a wasted draft pick after the performance we just saw? Now, if he laid another egg, a back-to-back eggs, okay. But he's coming off his best game in a Kings uniform, and this guy TR is coming here with that kind of trash. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Tino has an interesting point, Drapes, and I don't mean to dredge up, unhappy memories with your phone, but Tino's wondering, he says, most phones are waterproof. What do Drapes have, an old flip phone? I don't know if that's true, but Tino's surprised your phone went sideways after just being in the drink for a few seconds.
I'm surprised too. I'm frustrated, dude. I got the iPhone here. This is what I got, 13 though. So it ain't no 16R Plus Pro Max or anything like that. But yeah, it's supposed to be, man, and it's ridiculous, man. And not only the phone, the customer service was horrible, bro.
Uh-oh.
Like that. Now that's something I don't play with. I like it, customer service was terrible. And so it's almost making me want to, switch and go to the dark side, like Jay said, just for that reason alone. Like,
gotcha.
You shouldn't have to jump through bells and whistles and hoops and everything like that to get your damn phone fixed.
Yeah, I got you. Let me get that potential sponsor list again.
Cross it off Apple now too.
We're running out of.
Yeah, listen, Whitey, you ain't never got to worry about Apple because they don't sponsor nobody.
Yeah,
they some tight chumps.
They don't need to.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
boy, I'm telling you.
Yo, real quick, man, go ahead. Because I'm looking at, I got signed into the text line. Was Alan's show broadcast from Styles' funeral home today? Is that what people
sounded like? Because he was either where you are or on the other side or something. He was like,
yeah.
from Las Vegas. And Michael Scotto's with us. And
no way.
We're excited about the Kings today. So,
he was whispering?
He wasn't whispering, but he brought it way down because, he was in a meeting room or he was where, I guess, media members were working.
Drapes Drapes put it on the table last week.
I told him.
Early on, they're having a meeting.
I remember you guys talking about that. Yeah.
That's it. They were going to have their morning meeting. And so he came here, tried to set up there. They were having him, and so he set up in the main media room, Jay, and you know where it is.
Yeah.
So people out there working, it's out in the open and everything, and he's trying to do a show. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Dude,
well, Drapes, was nice to see you and Alan side by side. I know he posted a picture. Looks like you guys spent a lot of quality time together over the weekend.
Dude, my over under for time I wanted to spend with Alan was about 5.5 seconds. I think I got the under too. Wow. I rolled up. Quick pick. All right, I'm out of here. See y'all next time.
It was a nice picture anyway.
Yeah. I just want to, he's a social media guy. He got to post everything. So I was like, all right, let me come over, take a picture with him, knowing damn well he was going to post it. It's, you know what it is? It's like seeing a Yeti out there, or the Loch Ness monster, or something, or a unicorn. You like, is that really it? Let me get a picture. And then when you go and develop. It doesn't look like anything. That's how it was with me. Yeah, we hung out for 2 seconds. It's like Bigfoot out there. You trying to get a picture of Bigfoot. Man. But no, Alan's out here moving and grooving, man. I tell you, if you want to know what Alan is talking about to people out here, in Summer League, just look at his Twitter page.
Absolutely.
Every conversation that dude has is on social media right now.
Yes, he's building that brand. Got a lot of followers. Some interesting stuff there. Alan Styles on X. I got a question for you about Devin Carter because, there's still been talk about Kuminga. There was a report today, I think in the Chicago papers, a guy named Joe Cali says, the rumors of the Bulls' interest in Kuminga have really died down. So I don't know what's going on. It's possible no one's interested in him. I don't know. But if I'm the Kings, I don't know if the Kings feel this way, but if I were the Kings, I'd rather have Devin Carter than Jonathan Kuminga because you look at the things that Scott Perry says are important: competitive, tough, team-oriented, accountable, disciplined, professional. To me, Devin Carter checks off a lot of those boxes, a lot more than Jonathan Kuminga does at this point. So I don't know what's going to happen, but if they don't make a move and they still have Devin Carter going into the season, I'm 100% okay with that, Drapes.
So you'd rather you'd rather have Carter than Kuminga?
Right now, I would because I don't have to give up anything more to get Carter. I've already got him. Kuminga, I got to give him a lot of money, and it's kind of risky. I got to give up assets to get him. I'm not sure how he's going to fit. If I get Kuminga, I probably have to really reshape my roster, which that could be a good thing. I don't know. But me personally, right now, I'd rather have Superman Devin Carter than Jonathan Kuminga.
That's interesting, Whitey. Because no, and I'm
fine if you disagree. I'm 100% fine if
you. Because I thought you were all about young assets that could turn into something, and
Carter's young.
Do we believe whose ceiling is higher?
Oh, I think Kuminga's looks like it's higher. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I mean, you can have that opinion. It's the thing about Kuminga though is, if you do bring him on, you got to make several other moves.
Exactly.
And Carter, can fit in right now. The question is, how many minutes? Like, this is what I'm worried about with the young fella. He can play great here, but at the end of the day, come October, how many minutes is he going to get?
Right.
With that log jam in the backcourt. And so, it's like, is he our fifth guard, sixth guard? Like, is he battling with Neek for some minutes? Like, I just want to see the vision, I guess, for Devin Carter and where he fits in on this roster in terms of playing time rotation.
No, I understand that 100% as well. I know that you just have too many guards right now. I know Sam Amick on the station on Friday, if I'm not mistaken, he said he thinks that's one reason why he's leaning towards the Kings not bringing in Westbrook, just because there's just not room. And at some point you have to address that. And if you brought in Westbrook, you even have more of a problem because that's another guard. So I understand that, but I'm just saying player to player right now. Again, I think I may be in the minority, and I don't know if the Kings feel this way. I'd rather have Devin Carter, but it looks more and more like Kuminga is just going to end up back with the Warriors in some way, shape, or fashion, and the whole thing's going to be just kicked down the road. That can's going to be kicked down the road. Maybe something happens at the deadline, or maybe it doesn't happen till next year when Kuminga's an unrestricted free agent.
Yeah, if I'm Kuminga, I want to hit free agency. I want to be able to dictate where I want to go, because he has zero leverage. And maybe at the trade deadline, he'll have some leverage to go to the team that he wants to go to, because he can obviously, become an unrestricted free agent. It's just one of the weirdest situations too, because you look at some of the other free agents, nobody's talking about Giddey or Quentin Grimes the way we're talking about Jonathan Kuminga. And it's I think the difference between him and those other restricted free agents, I think those guys would be happy to re-sign with their team.
Yeah.
It's not like Kuminga wants out no matter what. Like,
right.
Get me out of here. And so he's in a tough spot right now.
Yeah. Kuminga and the Bulls, they can't agree on the price yet, but they want each other. They want to work something out. Whereas Kuminga, it seems like nobody's really happy with things. But it looks increasingly to me like, I love the way you put it last week. Can we put Kuminga to the Kings to bed? And you said, can't put it to bed, but it's napping on the couch right now.
Yes. And
well said.
Thank you. People coming at you on the text line. Whitey, this take is going to age so badly for you. Wow, that's from the 916.
Really?
Yeah, they're saying clip that. Kuminga, man. Here's the thing about Devin Carter.
You said people. I just see one guy.
No, but I got to hype it up more than I got to hype it up more than what it is. With Devin Carter, what's his ceiling? Would you guys say? That's
Well, TR says Devin's already 24. He ain't getting much better.
TR is on one today. This dude is blasting the YouTube chat with some negative takes out there. Scott Perry also looks for injury-prone players. You see that one? Like, what are we
I did.
What are we doing? He looks for injury-prone players. Who does that? Yeah, man. But no, Carter's a solid player. To me, he's a rotation guy on a good team. You know what I mean? Like, I would love for us to find minutes for him. It's just going to be tough. Kuminga, some people still think he has all-star potential. I don't know about that. He can put up some numbers, but will it lead to wins? I will say, back to your point, I feel like you could argue that Devin Carter has the potential to impact winning more so than Jonathan Kuminga.
Yeah, and I understand all the upside of Kuminga, but you got to give up a lot just to take that chance. That's what I don't like about it. And plus the roster ramifications. As you said, I'm also disappointed tonight, Drapes, that we have no Maxime Reynaud, because I wanted to see him play against Malawach.
So, Malawach didn't play the other night, so he was going to be ready tonight. That's tough, man. I was looking forward to seeing him also. I think he's looked fantastic the first two games of Summer League, but the question is, will he play on Wednesday in that finale? So we'll see.
More with Drapes from Vegas and more on Summer League when the Drive Guys come right back.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
The Hagen Oaks Cutting Edge Putter Fitting Studio offers you more technology, more choices, and more service. Hagen Oaks wants to be your go-to total golf game fitter. With $30,000 worth of state-of-the-art technology ready for your fitting, Hagen Oaks will help you make your best putting stroke while finding the best putter design, shape, hosel, length, and loft for your game. Schedule your fitting at the Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio by calling 916-808-2531. That's 808-2531 for more.
Hey, Green Gobbler here. So you've got a clogged drain in your bathroom. Water in the sink's overstaying its welcome. You're spitting today's toothpaste on top of yesterday's toothpaste. You hope that it go away. Yeah, clogs don't just go away. I make them go away. I'm Green Gobbler, the only clog dissolver you need. I'm bleach-free, safe for your pipes, and I work. Guaranteed or your money back. Because I never met a clog that was going to unclog itself. Green Gobbler. Let the gobbler get it.
Keeping your engines healthy means protecting them in season and out. Experts trust Stable to do that. And third-party testing confirms it. Stable is the industry leader in preventing fuel-related issues, no matter if you use it in your car, boat, or outdoor power equipment. In season or out, at every fill-up or when you store, start with Stable.
Around here, the summer can smack you silly, especially if your AC is not functioning at a high level. Whitey Gleason here. I had the opposite problem over the winter. System went down. It was panic time, but Lee's Air Plumbing and Heating saved the day. Let them save you from unnecessary summer misery. Lee's Air Plumbing and Heating, reliable, trustworthy. They do great work. They won awards for their service. Check the reviews at leesair.com. Find out about their $99 HVAC tune-up service. Save your summer now. Lee's Air Plumbing and Heating on the web at leesair.com. License number 635355.
Get ready for a night out with Jordan Davis. It's Country in the Park 2, Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo. Along with the special guests Mitchell Tenpenny, Locash, Vincent Mason, and Averyana. Make it a family day out with food trucks, games, dancing, and more. Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo.
Sponsored by Tricks Racing Canes, Chicken Fingers, and Naturewood Home Furnishings. Tickets at catpfest.com.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave. I got to tell you, I am so excited to get this decking project started with Trex Decking and Railings. From the first time I stepped foot in the showroom last week, I was so impressed. So many color options, heat-resistant composite deck. What does that mean? That means I don't have to do any maintenance on it whatsoever. They even have a deck designer, so you can go online and see what your dream deck will look like on your house. Just visit Trex, that's TREX.com to get it started. Tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
Tune into Sacktown Sports this week for live coverage of the 153rd Open Championship from Royal Portrush, brought to you by Naturewood Home Furnishings, where it's all about choices, always about quality. It's peak summertime for Sacramento Rivercats baseball with 9 home games in 10 days. Join us at Sutter Health Park July 18th through July 27th. Bring the whole family for exciting baseball, affordable tickets that not far. Get your tickets at rivercats.com.
And your device should be plugged in and charging after setup.
Live and local, it's The Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sacktown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sacktown Sports app.
That actually sounds like a good idea. I haven't been to a Rivercats game in a while. Have you, Jay? It's been a while since I've been to see the Rivercats.
Yeah, probably last season I got to one year nighttime.
Mm-hmm.
We got to connect now. We just go to one of your guys. I shouldn't have to pay for tickets anymore.
Yeah. Well, Johnny Doska used to have tickets. So hopefully Zach Beirudi has tickets, right?
So I should reach out.
I don't mean to put him on the spot, but hello. Yeah. Kyle Draper is in Las Vegas, getting ready for the Kings and the Phoenix Suns tonight. So far, so good for the Kings, right, Drapes? It's just Summer League. It doesn't matter. But if you're going to have 2 games, you'd rather have them go well and have your young players play better than not.
Yeah, 100%, man. I like. Is there anything negative that we can take away from the first two games in terms of, oh man, we wish that like. I think all of our young players have looked exceptionally well, and so knock on wood, it's been going really great out here, and so we're seeing Neek, make plays on both ends of the floor. He's silky smooth out there. Reynaud, we talked about, and so no, I think it's been a great summer league so far, man.
Yeah, I think the Kings somehow have managed to get a lot of fans excited about the short-term and the long-term future. Fans are behind these guys who a few weeks ago weren't even on the roster. And, when a lot of fans were wondering, what's the direction, what's going on, to get fans in the frame of mind where they are now, players deserve credit. Scott Perry deserves credit. I think it's a really good thing for the organization.
Scott Perry deserves some credit. TR is saying, all he does is look for, injury-prone players. No, I think, honestly, Whitey, I think when you look at the draft picks, you can see what Scott Perry and the Kings saw in these guys. I've been really impressed with Reynaud's level of his compete level, battling physical. How about him trying to block that dunk, attempt out the other day in game 2? That's where he hurt the wrist at. But, the effort is there from all three guys, man. I've been impressed.
By the way, I don't know how much Summer League you've had a chance to see. I mean, I know you're watching the Kings, but you know who else is having a great Summer League is Drew Timme. He's been dominant, Drapes. Have you had a chance to see many other players in games of Summer League?
Nah, not really, because I've been dealing with some issues, with the phone and traveling. But no, I even saw Big Perk hyping up Drew Timme.
Yes.
He said not only does he need to be on the roster, he needs to be in the rotation. Like, I'm like, damn, Big Perk is all in on Drew. But, he was a fan favorite in Sacramento. A lot of people wanted the Kings to keep him. And so, no, I think he is making a name for himself out here.
So we got a lot more basketball to talk about today. And, of course, we've got the game tonight. But it is July, so, a lot of people are starting to think about football and training camp and Drapes. The 49ers got some news today that is not ideal. I don't know how much.
No, tell me what's going on.
You know that this has been a pretty drama-free summer for the 49ers. Now we get the report from Adam Schefter, Jauan Jennings, scheduled to make $7.5 million in the final year of his deal, wants a new contract or a trade. That's the latest today. Marks the second straight summer the 49ers are in this situation with a receiver who wants to be paid or traded. They just extended him last year. He's in the second year of a 2-year extension worth $15.39 million. But Jauan Jennings wants a new deal or he will ask for a trade. And according to Schefter, Jennings is not expected to be a training camp holdout, but he is not expected to be happy either, as the 49ers saw last year with Ayuk. So right in the middle of, everything, great. They retooled the roster defensively. Everybody's on the same page, and then you get this today. I haven't talked to Jay about it yet. I don't know if Jay's upset, but it is just a little, upset to the 49ers' smooth offseason so far.
Well, it wouldn't be an offseason without some drama when it comes to the Niners and contracts. I view this as Jauan Jennings and his agent looking at the landscape of the Niners wide receiving core. No Debo. Ayuk's coming off the injury. He's like, hold up here. I'm the number one wide receiver now. I'm number one. And so it looks like he's trying to use his leverage. I mean, what did you say? 2-year, $15 million? He got what, 7.5?
Yeah.
I mean, based on where he ranks on this roster, he's being underpaid. Now, the question is, how much, let's say you do, if you're the Niners, you do want to bring him back and restructure his deal. And he ain't no number one, he ain't no 20-something million dollar guy either.
Right.
And so this could turn into a stalemate because it's like, dude, you're good, but you're not that good. Like, let's not. And so I would love to hear what Jay thinks about this. Is he crazy for trying to negotiate right now?
Well, that's the first thing I thought about, Drapes, and you touched on the back end. What's today, fellas?
Monday, July
14th. When was the last game the 49ers played?
Would have been in December, early January.
All right. That's 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
What have they been waiting on?
They've been waiting on the chance to exert maximum leverage.
Which was when? January. Brandon Ayuk was hurt.
Mm-hmm.
You have no one really coming back that is proven as a wide receiver. Tricky Ricky P didn't do too much. You got Danny. I mean, we knew this in January.
Mm-hmm.
What took you so long?
Yeah.
Who's his agent? I didn't even look it up. Let me see who his agent is.
I'll tell you this. According again to Schefter, Ayuk is scheduled to make close to $25 million this season. He's still recovering, of course. The 49ers extended Jennings through 2025 last year. And according to this report, the 49ers feel like they have treated Jennings fairly. So the team's like, I assume they feel like we thought we were good. And then all of a sudden Jennings like, yeah, I want a new deal or else I'm going to ask for a trade and I won't hold out, but I'm not going to be happy.
You know who his agent is? Just take a wild guess. One of the biggest agents in the game for football.
Drew Rosenhaus.
There you go.
It really is, is it? Oh, this is the Drew Rosenhaus playbook.
That
right
doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Does not surprise me, fellas. The fact that you asked for something at right before the clock strike 12, and all of a sudden you try to, hold the team hostage. Listen, Jauan Jennings has been reliable. He has been a stalwart for the 49ers, Drapes, and asking me what I think about it. He has definitely been someone that has probably played higher than what his value of the contract, meaning dollar.
Just last year, to your point, Jay, 77 catches, 975 yards, and 6 touchdowns.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's not number one money. So let's not get it twisted. It's number two / number 3, someone that is a vital part of your roster. No doubt about it. If the 49ers won the Super Bowl 2 years ago, Jauan Jennings is the MVP.
Yeah.
Threw for touchdown, caught touchdown, so on and so forth.
Shanahan considers Jennings one of the best blocking wideouts in the league, and last year he dropped a total of
one pass. Yeah, I remember seeing that. One pass. I think I'm a player's guy. Get your money, ask for your money, especially in football where your money's not guaranteed. Please, by all means, get every single dollar that you possibly can get. But I'll definitely say I think he and Drew Rosenhaus, and they know better than me, obviously, they're going about it the wrong way. It's August almost, and you're just now putting that out there. So now you basically been sugarfooting through the whole organization. You've been working out. You've been doing your 1-2 step all through the facilities, and then all of a sudden I get a phone call in July when you're supposed to be here in a week and a half that you unhappy.
Drapes,
that ain't cool.
Do you think it's possible, Drapes, that Jauan Jennings was, I'm good, and maybe his agent's like, hey, you're underpaid, and maybe he's been working on him, finally got him to go to the team, and with this demand for a new deal?
Nah, I'm not going to put this on his agent. I mean, this is, I think, I mean, I know the age of diva wide receivers and everything like that is, kind of past, but it makes sense. I don't need my agent to do this for me. I'm looking at the roster. I'm looking at Ayuk's situation. Is he going to be healthy? Now's the time if you're Jauan Jennings to try to get paid, because here's the thing, fellas. Let's say Ayuk comes back and is Brandon Ayuk good to go. Next year.
People are saying real quick, Drapes, I don't know if you guys been saying, they're talking about he may be ready for the start of the season, which for me is no way, but that's crazy.
But if he's back to, let's say, 100% or, the number one option, if you're Jauan Jennings, where does that leave you next year? Right now, going into camp, you are the number one receiver. And I'm not saying he should be paid like that, but in his mind, he's probably, I'm the best receiver on this damn team. We ain't got no Debo. Brandon Ayuk's coming off injury. Tricky Ricky P ain't really showed anything yet. Now's my time to get paid.
Yeah, and I understand that. That's just right. If I'm the front office, though, and I look at what he said, where I'm not going to hold out, but I won't be happy. Into each life, a little rain must fall, my friend. I'm sorry. Then you're not going to be happy. We'll see what we can do, but we're not going to bend over backwards to give you an extension at this point. So
I do it now, though.
Right.
That's that. I guess I'm with Jauan Jennings getting paid, and he should get paid, and he should get paid as someone who is an immediate number one, a bridge to my number one coming back. But I mean, you could have told me this 6 months ago.
Yeah, it seems a little almost tone deaf.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Especially knowing what the Niners have went through.
Exactly.
Like Drapes said, he started the whole conversation.
Yeah. 339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. We roll on here. When we come back, it was a big day for the A's on and off the field as an Athletic gets ready for the Home Run Derby. We got Drapes in Las Vegas today on Sacktown Sports.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Have you noticed cracks in your drywall, chimney, or exterior walls? I hope not, because if you have, they could be indications that you've got a much bigger problem with your foundation. That's where Groundworks comes in. They can honestly assess your situation and create a plan to stabilize your foundation. Schedule your free inspection at groundworks.com/row. And while you're there, check out my latest dirty job. It's a good one.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
The Hagen Oaks Cutting Edge Putter Fitting Studio offers you more technology, more choices, and more service. Hagen Oaks wants to be your go-to total golf game fitter. With $30,000 worth of state-of-the-art technology ready for your fitting, Hagen Oaks will help you make your best putting stroke while finding the best putter design, shape, hosel, length, and loft for your game. Schedule your fitting at the Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio by calling 916-808-2531. That's 808-2531 for more.
With 25 award-winning years in Northern California, Ashton & Price is your local injury law firm. Pro attorney tip: if a firm presents as local but they're in LA, red flag. If your first consultation is not with a lawyer, big red flag. At Ashton & Price, your first consult is with a local attorney, and if serious injury prevents travel, a lawyer will come to you. Still not enough? George Washington's my uncle. At Ashton & Price, no red flags, just red, white, and blue.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
Carmichael Dave here for my friends at American Energy Heating and Air. Yes, I always tell you they are a family-owned operation, been in business since 81, A+ Better Business Bureau. But it is hot here in those Sacramento hot months. I want to focus on them being your second opinion partner. What does that mean? Maybe you've got somebody you're working with in the HVAC world. Guess what? They want to give you a second opinion. How much does it cost? Nothing. You call them up and say, hey, can I get a second opinion on this deal? They come out and they either say, wow, that's a great deal, you should feel better about that, or they say, we can beat that price. And usually they're going to beat it by a lot. Guess what? You just saved money and it didn't cost you anything to find out. It's a no-lose situation. Go with a trusted company, American Energy, 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. Jingle Singers, take it away.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
People are coming from all over to Sacramento, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, from Folsom, Elk Grove, Woodland, Roseville, because they've seen for themselves the huge selection and the best prices at SacSuperstore.com. Good luck finding a lower price anywhere else. And if you do, they'll match it. It's as simple as that. Sacramento, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, where a handshake still means something. Open until 10 o'clock and essentially located right across from Hagen Oaks Golf Course. And online at SacSuperstore.com. The guaranteed lowest price and the best selection of Dodge, Chrysler, Jeeps, and Rams. SacSuperstore.com.
At Kids Care Dental and Orthodontics, we're all about summer smiles. During July, we're having our Summer Smiles special with $300 off braces or Invisalign with no money down if you start treatment in July. And you'll have a chance to win Legoland tickets. Go to kidscaredental.com for more information.
Hey, I'm Alan Stiles. Have an injury? Call Downtown. Downtown LA Law Group, an injury law firm, has many happy clients in Sacramento and the surrounding areas who have called Downtown. Get paid for your injuries from slip and falls or auto accidents. One of their most recent settlements was $1.5 million for a motorcycle accident. Have you had an auto accident? Call Downtown. Text injury help to 40222. That's injury help to 40222 and visit them at calldowntown.com.
All right, good. Yeah, all right.
Your afternoon home for Kings talk and so much more. The Drive Guys on Sacktown Sports.
I'm just thinking it's a really good thing that Alan Stiles didn't have to record any of his endorsements in Vegas. I'm Alan Stiles. How are you? Just call
that dude.
He was
unbelievable.
Yeah, he was being respectful, Drapes, of his surroundings.
No, I get it. But dude, don't you gotta know the setup before you go on air? Like How do you come out to Vegas? I'm gonna do my show on Monday. I don't know where from, but I'm gonna just find somewhere. And then people trying to work and everything. I'd be pissed off, man. I'm on deadline trying to write their story and everything. Man, take that somewhere else.
He probably thought, one of the veterans like yourself was gonna, help him out, show him the ropes a little bit, Drapes. I don't know. That seems like a reason.
No, not me, dude. As I say, if you want something, need help, all you got to do is ask, Whitey.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Jay? All you got to do is say, "Hey, Drapes, where'd you do it? Anywhere you think I can go from? I might have gave you some intel, some inside tips."
Yeah. Well, I think he had a great time, and I'm looking forward to having him back in studio. He had a wonderful time in Las Vegas, as have the Kings so far. This is from TC. Says, this is TC.
Okay.
Thank you, TC, for putting your name on it. I will call in also, but let's not act like Clifford and Max can't hold the fort down for DeRozan, Zach, Levine. Devin, Maxime, Neek, making me feel a lot better at the potentially run it back roster this season and in the future. Guys looking good, want, and are happy to be here. What's wrong with that? Says a very encouraged TC.
Man, TC's crazy. Like we getting a little too high on summer league performances.
Yeah,
I think I said this last week, and Nick showed me. Shout out to my son Nick. He's out here roaming the concourse up here. When you look at the all-time summer league scoring leaders, like the players who have scored the most in a summer league game, there's a bunch of dudes that never even did sniff the league, and so it's almost disrespectful to DeMar and to Zach to be like, "No, we good. We don't need them guys. We can let the young rooks." It's almost disrespectful to the veterans, Domas of the world, to say that. These guys, I mean, because in all honesty, you can say that about a lot of rookies, but, and I'll give you a little inside info. People have been wondering where the Kings at. How come they ain't got anybody? Keon Ellis will be at tonight's game. I know DeMar is coming in tonight or tomorrow and taking the squad out for dinner tomorrow.
That's awesome.
So it's not like, like these guys, I'm talking about our young players. They need veteran leadership out there. You know what happens when you have a bunch of young guys running around? You wind up like Charlotte. You wind up like Utah. Like, you don't get better. You need the veteran leadership, the DeMars, the Zachs, to show the Neeks and the Reynos how to be a professional. And so I think it's disrespectful to DeMar and Zach to be like, "No, we good. We don't need you. Go ahead. Y'all can stay home. Y'all can go." Come on, man. I don't buy that at all.
Drapes, as you're talking about that, I'm reminded of the Rockets before they went out and got Fred VanVleet and Dylan Brooks, and they were really talented. They were like a JUCO team.
Right.
They really were. It's like, wow, I don't think they know what they're doing.
They were just out there running, just playing. They weren't not cohesive at all. No cohesion. And then you get VanVleet, you bring in a Dylan Brooks, a Jeff Green, and now all of a sudden, okay, y'all look like a real team out there. So that's why I just feel like, we need to pump the brakes a little bit. It's no, and this is no offense to Neek or Max or anything like that. They're playing glorified college basketball right now. You know what I mean? This ain't NBA. This ain't, you ain't being defended by Draymond out there or the Thompson twins or anything like that. You're going against guys that won't be in the league next year, basically.
Yeah. You might be getting defended by Draymond, but it's like Draymond Smith. Or
right.
Or something like
exactly. So pump the brakes, please. Let's let these guys develop. Let them do their thing and let them be a part of something for Sacramento here going forward.
Yeah, that's been a popular line of conversation around here this weekend. We'll get back to it at the top of the hour, but I just wanted to take a moment to touch on the A's at the All-Star break. The A's are playing a little better. They're 18-17. Since June the 4th. They've won now back-to-back series. You got Brent Rooker in the Home Run Derby. They took down the Jays yesterday 6-3, and then they drafted a lefty, Jamie Arnold from Florida State, with the 11th pick, and he was rated as high as 5th. They get him at 11, so for what it's worth, the A's went through that absolutely miserable losing streak. And right now they go into the All-Star break with a little light at the end of the tunnel, Drape. So that's a nice thing.
No, exactly. It's a light at the end of the tunnel, big All-Star week for the A's. I mean, remove the ownership in the ballpark situation. They got some, when you look at the A's, I'm going to compare it to the Kings. They have young talent. You know what I mean? They got young guys they can build around. They have a pathway of future. You need some pitching. You need some bullpen work. But they have some really good position players out there. So it's not all doom and gloom when it comes to that organization, especially the players. You're well represented here at All-Star Week. And so, no, to your point, Whitey, and you got the draft picks, like you said.
Yeah.
No, I could see a path forward for the A's.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just hope that a guy like Jamie Arnold, that we get to see him here in Sacramento before we leave, but we don't need to worry about that yet. The A's beat the Jays yesterday, and I'm wondering if you guys have ever heard anything like this. Yesterday, I'm in my backyard and doing some yard work, and I'm sitting there on the bench, and there's this bird. It's like a scrub jay, and he's in the tree over my head. And I'm looking at him, and I'm like, hey, how you doing, bird? He flies over to the fence behind me, and he's looking at me like leaning, and I'm thinking, I don't know why, but that bird, and this is a wild bird, that bird is really interested in me. And I hold my arm out, and he flies like he's going to land on my arm. And I didn't know what was going on. I think he must be hungry. So I go and I find some seeds, and I hold him out. The bird follows me around. This wild bird started eating out of my hand, Drapes and Jay.
Get out of here.
Video of it. Yes, and I'm holding my hand out. He flies down on my hand and starts eating. Later, he had like 3 helpings, and he left. Later yesterday afternoon, late in the afternoon after dinner, I'm in the backyard and I'm doing something, and I hear this bird comes and lands on my shoulder.
Come on.
Poppins.
Yes. And then
guy.
I got some more food for him. I told my wife, I said, Sheena, the bird's back. So she comes out and she's recording it. And I hold the hand out, and the bird starts eating out of my hand again. A wild bird. I'm the bird whisperer.
Where you must have knew that you used to work in a pet shop.
I guess. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious, man. That's hilarious, dude.
Where are you feeding it?
Right. What are you feeding, dude?
Well, we have these irises, and they have these seed pods, and I've seen the squirrels eating them like corn on the cob. So I busted it open and put some of them on my hand, and he loved it. This morning, I'm in the backyard. I come out of the garage. I see this shadow on the roof. It's a little bird. Hey, my friend. I go sit my bench, and guess who had breakfast out of my hand again today?
I like where you going, bro.
Bird came back?
Yes.
Come on.
It's a regular thing now,
Hey,
Drake.
you buying this right now. You buying this.
I'm telling you.
Look at Jake.
He's not Mary Poppins. He's Mark
Poppins. A cat or dog. There ain't no bird just lurking around. Oh, there's Whitey walking out. Let me go check in on him.
I'll send you the video. It's my pal.
That bird must got a nest around somewhere.
I don't know.
Must
He
be
looks
close.
like he's a younger bird. You ever seen the Shawshank?
Yes.
I call him Jake because of Jake the Crow,
Jake. That's hilarious.
Yeah, that's my
buddy. I'm going to need some proof. Don't give me that.
I got it for you. Because I wouldn't have believed it myself either. And it wasn't like I had to, I wonder if I can get that bird to come on my hand. It's like, that bird won't leave me alone.
What?
That bird. Yeah, that's my pal.
Birdman, huh?
All right, I know Birdman, literally Birdman over here.
Yeah, I'd never heard of that. I guess it's not that weird. I looked it up, but I'd never seen it before.
Well, Compio says you're going to get bird flu. Keep messing around.
Good point. Yeah, I made sure and wash my hands. That's the last thing I want. I don't want to be the bird flu whisperer. Thank you, Campy. That's a good point. Yes, the Kings Summer League start has some fans talking. Tank talk again. What are we doing here? That's next with Drapes in Las Vegas, Sacktown Sports.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hagen Oaks wants to be your go-to total golf game fitter. Try the TrackMan experience, the very best technology to fit your metal woods and irons. The new cutting-edge putter fitting studio with its $30,000 worth of technology is ready for your fitting. Hagen Oaks will help you find the best putter for your game. Hagen Oaks offers more technology, more choices, and more service. Schedule your fitting at the Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio by calling 916-808-2531, 808-2531 for more.
Only one radio program captures the excitement of hunting and fishing as it happens. The award-winning California Sportsman with Sep Hendrickson. Only California Sportsman takes you where the action is, live on the water, live in the blind, and live with the top pros and experts in outdoor sports. California Sportsman with Fishing Hall of Famer Sep Hendrickson is your premier destination for all things outdoors. Sep's Saturday Morning Outdoors. Ultimate Bass and California Sportsman, 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. Saturdays on Sacktown Sports 1140.
The Giant Summer Sale is here. Get giant savings on our Giant selection only at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Looking to own or lease? Save during the Honda Summer Event and drive a brand new Accord or Civic. See all our specials at FolsomLakeHonda.com.
As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Folsom Lake Honda. Go to FolsomLakeHonda.com.
Your one-stop Honda shop.
Hello, Sacramento. I'm Emran Pilati, owner of True Sports Cards and Collectible Store here in Rockland, California, and the host of the True Sports Cards Show that airs right here on Sacktown Sports 1140 every Saturday from 10 to 11 a.m., where we discuss the latest trends, hottest products, and deliver exclusive interviews with other industry leaders. And don't forget to visit our shop, True Sports Cards, at 6661 Stanford Ranch Road in Rockland and see what we have for all your sports card and memorabilia needs.
The San Francisco Giants are growing right here in Sacramento, California. Watch the future stars of Oracle Park take the field with the Sacramento Rivercats right here at Sutter Health Park. From power hitters launching home runs to ace pitchers dominating the mound, don't miss your chance to experience the next generation of Giants baseball up close. It's exciting, affordable, family-friendly fun. Catch the Sacramento Rivercats in action all season long. Get your baseball tickets today at rivercats.com.
KHD HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sacktown Sports 1140.
Well, all right. Yeah. You know, ever since I turned pro in 1989.
Live and local, it's the Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sacktown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sacktown Sports app.
Thanks for being with us. It's Drapes, Jay, and the Birdman today with Drapes coming to us from Las Vegas. I sent you a video of one of the episodes where the bird was eaten out of my hand. It's not the best one, Drapes, Jay, but it is photographic evidence of what I described. So
I saw that. You know, you had the food, on your hand, and he came and landed on your hand, and then, that's pretty all right.
I don't know what's going on. It's like I'm living in a Disney movie, as somebody says in the chat. So here's the latest on Russell Westbrook. Although Drapes, this is from Jake Weinbach. So 0 to 10, how reliable do we think?
I got to do my research on Jake. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like a 6.
Right. So, okay.
0.5.
What'd you say?
6.5?
0.5.
0.5.
Oh, right. Jay said,
should I even read it all, Jay? Yeah.
Of course, in your hand, man.
All right. He says Russell Westbrook's free agency options have become limited, but I would not rule out the Pistons as a potential dark horse suitor. Despite minimal chatter surrounding the idea, Detroit should be targeting a veteran point guard on the market to strengthen its backcourt depth. All right, so that's something maybe that's a little bit of useful information.
Yeah.
And then Jake Weinbach gives us his opinion, which is like, okay, thanks. I appreciate that. I don't see Russ going to Detroit. Do you, Drapes?
Nah, not really. It doesn't. I don't know. They need a backup point guard help, right?
Yeah.
Is Schroeder gone now? Because they got Duncan Robinson, but that's not a point guard. I can see it. I'm sorry, White. I'm distracted right now, bro.
What's the matter?
I'm trying to figure out my phone situation because not having any apps, I don't have any contacts saved. So people are and I didn't get the text from you with the bird to me and Jay. I didn't get it on my phone, but I got it on my iPad.
Oh,
and
okay.
So and then my son Nick's up there having some fun. He said he actually is living his best life. This is summer league related, so this is basketball. He's like, bro, guess what just happened? I'm like, what? He said, a few Kings fans came up to me and asked if I was your son. And then they said they wanted to take a picture with me.
Nice.
So, and I thought, all right, that's cool. Then I get another text. Dad, Neek Clifford's parents just came up to me and saw me wearing the jersey. They had Clifford the dog and asked if they could take a picture of me. This is crazy, bro. I'm just like,
he's a celebrity.
He's
one of the brightest stars. One of the brightest stars in Vegas today. Dick Draper.
But because he got the new Neek Clifford jersey, I hooked him up. Got him a Neek Clifford number 5 jersey.
Yo, you get that?
Come on, big fella. They got him at the team store. They got him and Reno at the team store. So I slid on by there the other day. Got the hook up, obviously, the employee discount. And got him for his birthday.
Attaboy.
Yep.
Those are popular right now, aren't they? Seriously.
Seriously. And so he's walking around Summer League with one, man, living his best life up there. So I'm distracted. I got the kid situation. I got the phone situation. This is bothering me, man. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Whitey. What do you want to talk about?
Well, I do want to get back to the whole notion of, hey, they should just play the young guys. This was over the weekend, a day ago. Alec Bohegian, pardon me if I'm saying that wrong. He tweeted to Carmichael Dave, said, from your mouth to Vivek's ears, I would watch that team win 15 games and be thrilled about it. Carmichael, when he says the team, he's talking about Maxime Reynaud, Keegan, Clifford, Keon, and Devin Carter. Carmichael Dave says, this is the thing I love about our fan base. They get it. I wish the franchise would believe this. So,
oh man, do we really got to talk about this?
Well, I would like to, because there are so many people now that are getting so excited about what they're seeing that they're starting to think about, or they already are climbing on board this, whatever it is, this play the young guys bandwagon.
No, because, what that tweeter said is I'd watch this team all, whatever he said.
Yeah.
Notice he ain't say I'd pay to see that team. We'd all watch the team as long as it's free on TV and I can sit and watch it. But are you paying your money to come out? Are you getting sellouts at the G1C? Are you getting 15 to 17,000 on a nightly basis to see them? When they're 3-33? Are you still coming out? See, it doesn't make sense. I mean, it just doesn't make sense. And as good as these guys look during the summer league, it's a huge difference. Because here's the thing. People are so negative about DeMar and Zach and the current team. And I'm like, we really haven't even seen these guys yet. Like, let them go. I think they deserve an opportunity to show us what they really can do with the full camp and a full training camp and preseason and off season. Like, it's amazing that so many people are so negative against our guy. I'm telling you, as Rick Pitino said, Chris Webber ain't walking through that door. Mike Bibby ain't walking through that door. Paige ain't walking through that door, Kings fans. We got to allow these. Let me see what Zach and DeMar and Domas with a Dennis Schroeder, with our young rookies. Give me 20 to 30 games this upcoming season before you jump off the bandwagon and say, why are we miserable on July 14th? It's so
it is interesting. Yeah, it is. It's great that Kings fans already are getting so enthusiastic about the young players because, as I mentioned earlier, just a few weeks ago, people didn't have much hope for the future of this team, the short-term, long-term future. Now a lot of fans are looking at it going, wow, this is great. Now how we get from that to, wow, this would be great. It's too bad we have the veterans. That I don't understand. Right. I do think there's this misguided notion that you see in all sports. Sometimes fans think, just play the young guys. That's all you have to do. Why not? And sometimes that's not the best idea. And I think it's a little short-sighted to think, you just play these young guys, they develop faster, and everything's great. And it just would be short-sighted to do that. You've got veterans on your roster. If you got rid of them now, you'd get nothing back. You would not get value back. And what really would you be gaining? So we're in an interesting spot here, but I think we have to keep in my opinion, keep in mind the fact that it's good. Things look like they're trending in the right direction. That's a good thing. That's not something to go, oh, it's too bad we have all these veterans. I don't quite understand that.
Yeah, exactly. And, the thing about it, I was there in Boston when Tatum and Brown came on. They had veterans on that team too. It wasn't like, all right, Tatum and Brown, you're the guys, just go out there and play 40 minutes and have fun and, compete. No, they had the Kyries, the Al Horfords, the Isaiah Thomases on the team that sort of, kept them, showed them the ropes, if you will. And so I just don't get what has DeMar or Zach done in Sacramento that leads people to be so negative towards them.
That's
It'd
a
be
good
different
question.
if they were, not playing or I'm gonna sit this one out tonight, coach, faking injuries and things like that. Why, Whitey, I'll tell you what. We have great fans, but we also got some fans that are just, I don't even want to say the word. It's so
They're
frustrating.
Fans are going to fan.
Yeah, but I've been in other markets. This doesn't happen like this. This is ridiculous. I didn't hear anybody say, "Oh, Marcus Smart, why we need to sit him down in Boston." Oh, why are we playing Isaiah Thomas? Why are we playing Kyrie Irving? Like, it's ridiculous. DeMar's been here 1 year. Zach's played 30 games in Sacramento, and people are already turning on. That's not the Kings fans that I thought I knew when I got here. I thought we were a loyal fan base. I thought we supported our guys. It's not sounding like it to me.
I strongly disagree with the idea that the veterans are going to impede the progress of the young guys you have on the roster the next year. Oh, they should be playing a lot. Kind of reminds me of when Farhan took over the Giants, and in 2020 was the COVID year, so everything was out of whack. But he had guys like Brandon Belt and Crawford, and a lot of fans like, just get rid of all those guys and just play the young guys from the minor leagues. And it's like, they're not ready. That would not be a good idea. And in 2021, they won 107 games, so it's a good thing they kept those veterans around. It's just kind of a knee-jerk notion that play the young guys. You have nothing to lose, and you have a lot to lose. In fact, sometimes if you don't do it right, those young guys don't become the players that they could become. And if we're being totally honest and fair and objective, you also have the option of seeing how it goes. And if things do not go well, you come up to the trade deadline, all those options, things that you're talking about now, those would also still be out in front of you. There's just no reason to pull that lever or push that button now. It really doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense. And to your point, let's say we just run it with the young guys. What if they develop some bad habits?
Exactly.
What if losing becomes the culture around? I go back. I always say, Kawhi Leonard, as great as he is, I don't know if he becomes Kawhi Leonard without having Manu, Tony Parker, Tim Duncan to help guide him and nurture him and develop him. You know what I mean? Even Steph Curry had some veterans on his team coming up. It wasn't like, all right, let's just give it to Steph and let him run, 40-something minutes. He had some veterans those first couple of years. And so I just those fans are delusional. That says that, man. Those, to me, those fans are delusional.
Two things, and you made this point eloquently earlier. You really don't know anything about these guys yet. So far, they're playing well in Summer League. So does that mean these are NBA stars? It doesn't mean that. Hopefully they are, but if you're going to take 2 Summer League games and say, these guys are stars in the NBA, you really don't know that yet. Hopefully, but you're really taking a leap there. And then the other thing is, I understand the argument is, look, if you play the young guys next year, you're not going to win many games, and then you're going to have a better chance for higher picks in what's supposed to be a really good draft next year. And I understand that, but we also know that that's a very difficult game to play now. That whole tanking for better picks in the lottery game, teams have been getting burned by that. The way the lottery is set up now, it's not a smart play.
Well, we saw Utah get burned. We saw New Orleans get burned this year. You tank and, end up, with the 3rd worst record and all of a sudden get picked number 6 or something and then it's like, man, was it all worth it, And so Utah got lucky, and we'll see how Ace Bailey pans out. But they got lucky because he sort of, strong-armed his way, didn't want to work out for anybody, and he sort of fell to them, if you will. And so, no, I'm with you. I'm looking at the text line right here, Whitey, and from the 916, they say, I've texted this a couple of times. We haven't even really given DeMar, Zach, and Sabonis a chance. So Sabonis was hurt like 10 games. The NBA is a parity league. There's really not much difference from team to team. These are some really good players. Let it ride. That's from Folsom Mike. How about this one from 279? There are a handful of fans complaining and whining, and y'all paint the entire fan base as Debbie Downers. Stop already. That's from Jay. So, and Chris the Mom says those are the impatient bandwagon fans. The loyal fans don't feel that way. I know hundreds of fans that aren't posting on social media, that aren't on the YouTube chat or on the text line, that are supporting the squad and not having. It's just these, as Charles Barkley would say, losers on social media that's coming out with these hot takes. And then the frustrating part about it, if I'm a listener right now, it's we're giving the voice to these social media trolls out there, and they become a conversation here on Sacktown Sports 1140 when the real fans, the loyal diehard Kings fans, don't feel this way. Why are we giving these guys and these people on social media a voice on our platform?
Well, the reason I wanted to talk about it is because I think it's really interesting, and I didn't mean to suggest that all fans feel that way, but it's interesting to see this thing kind of bloom on social media over the weekend. I also think there's a really good side of it, and that is that already Scott Perry and the Kings have a lot of fans excited about the young players on the roster. And you go back a few weeks ago, remember it looked like, 22 picks in the draft. It looked like they're not even going to have a first-round pick. Same old Kings, boo! And they went from that to now where you got some fans saying they should just play all the young guys. That's a good thing. I think that's a misguided sentiment, my own opinion, but it's a good thing that you've got your fans energized about your young players again.
No, exactly. I mean, we didn't have that last year, because we didn't see Devin Carter, and then fans were excited to see him. We see what Neek can do. We see what Max can do. And so, to me, though, you can be excited about the young players without crapping on the veterans. That's the problem I have. I want to see Neek play. I want to see Max play. I want them to get their opportunity. But I also want to see what DeMar, Zach, and Domas can do together as well. Why can't we have quality veterans and quality young players? Look at Denver. Jamal Murray, Michael Porter, but yet they brought up Christian Brown, Peyton Watson, Julian Strawther. Some of their young players got meaningful minutes. Why can't we do both?
Yeah, and they've got some young players, a player or two that were hurt last year. Deron Holmes, that he's got some upside too. So yeah, they've done a good job in that regard. It is interesting because I think it was the day after the draft. I think it was just Jay and I, and we were talking about, let's be honest, if either one of these guys, and it was a day after the whole draft, if either one of these guys, if Clifford or Reynaud, if either one of them ends up being good players, that's good. That's probably a win. And right now, it looks like 2 games in, there's a very legitimate chance that they've hit on both these picks, Drapes. I'm not saying they're going to be all league, but it's amazing how everybody, I'm sure everybody that you talk to in Vegas, I mean, it's the consensus. The Kings scored on these draft picks, and that's really well done. If that ends up being the case, great job by Scott Perry at a time when the franchise needed it.
Right, 100%. It's we needed, even all offseason during the year last season, we talked about where's our young future? Where are the young players that give us hope outside of Keegan and Keon? And now, with these 2 draft picks, Max, a lot of people thought should have been a first rounder. And now you got Neek as well. It's like, all right, now we're starting to get some pieces, in the next 3 to 5 years. I'm interested to see how good these guys can be. Can they be all-star level? Can they be starter level? And so far, it looks like, like you said, the Kings have hit on these picks.
Do you see anything that the Kings have talked about in terms of what they want their identity to be and their approach that's been reflected in Summer League. I've seen a little bit, and maybe I'm imagining it. And I know it doesn't necessarily matter because most of those guys will not be playing for you. But it looks like this team is playing the way Scott Perry and Doug Christie have said they want their teams to play. Would you agree with that?
Oh yeah, 100%. I think, and that's one of the things we wanted to see in Summer League, right?
Yeah.
Just the style. It's they're picking up full court. And I want to shout out Isaiah Crawford also. I think he's been fantastic these first couple of games. He's been a really good two-way player for the Kings. But no, they're playing with pace. They're playing with energy. Even in the half-court set, they're cutting. I mean, it's what you want to see. And I always used to say, Whitey, when it comes to the style of play, a good team, no matter who's on the floor, they still play the same way. You know what I mean? Like Golden State, when they went to their bench during their, they still played the same way. Boston, so even if it's the 9th, 10th, 11th man, even if it's Summer League guys, you're building a culture, you're building a system here in Sacramento, whether it's Stockton, whether it's the Summer League, whether it's the Kings, you want that cohesion. You want to see them play the same way, no matter who's out there on the floor.
Yeah, the Kings aren't there yet, but it's something to strive for. I remember Drapes watching the great Lakers and Celtics teams in the 80s. And, we talk a lot about matchups and matching up to a team. And I remember the Lakers especially, they didn't worry about the other team. They had to match up. You got to match up to us. We're going to do what we do. Now, like I say, the Kings are a long ways from that, but it's a nice thing to try to strive for, where we're going to play our game. We're not concerned about you. You're the ones that have to worry about the way we play.
Right. It's not about the opponent, right?
Yeah.
If you're a good team, it's not about, I got to make that. I'm not going to start this guy. I'm going to start this guy. And no, and this is how Doug feels. You want other teams to adjust to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're going to play our style. Can you handle that? And I think that's what we're seeing so far in the Summer League. And I got to give a shout out to Depeche Meta, the Summer League coach. I think he's doing a fantastic job too. He's thrust into like a new role, more on his shoulders, more on his plate. And, when I talk to some of the people behind the scenes, they say, it was one of those sink or swim. Like, you got to throw them in the deep water to see what they can do. And I think he's done a good job so far.
Yeah, it's been an adjustment for his voice, huh? After that first game, just yelling for 2 hours. That'll take a toll.
That will. I will say this, though. Have you noticed the first couple of games, the Kings have come out on fire, like ready to play, building big leads, and then the game settles in and they give it up. But they come in. That starting group has come in with the right mindset, which has been impressive.
Yeah, and set the tone. On the text line here, 339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. From the 916, these rookies look good on top of a team that won almost 40 games last season. Now we have stability. Let's light that beam, fellas. Yeah, let's hope so. And from the 916, interesting point about Zach. Seems with Zach, he'll always be the trade piece we received for Fox. Meaning, the way I take that, someone's suggesting, no matter what Zach LaVine does in the eyes of some, he's always going to be, oh, yeah, that's what we got for Fox. So there's probably some fans that are never going to see him clearly, unless he averages 30 a game on 58% shooting his whole rest of his time here with the Kings.
Right, unless he puts up a Hall of Fame numbers or something. No, but Zach's and I do think Zach is coming in a tough role to fill. He knows De'Aaron Fox was beloved by a lot of people here, and the infatuation with Zach LaVine over recent years. People are like, man, we got rid of Fox just so we can bring in Zach. I say, let's see what Zach does this season. I've seen him play even when he was here last season, he played well. It wasn't like he was awful or anything like that. And so that's what let me ask you this. Was last season, in terms of the players on the court, as bad as it feels, or is it like, how would you grade the Zach LaVine tenure so far from his basket? Because it sounds like DeMar was terrible. When you look at DeMar's numbers, he put up his usual numbers. Zach was terrible. Look at Zach, he puts up his usual numbers. So why do you think it's so negative around those two players when they did statistically what they always do?
Because a lot of fans looked at all the changes, and to a lot of fans that suggested that, wow, same old franchise. They don't know what they're doing. The decision makers don't know what they're doing. And in the minds of those fans, and those are the two guys those people wanted. You see what I mean? I'm not saying it's accurate, but oh yeah, look at the way they tore this whole thing down. No stability, same old Kings, and those two guys, those are the two guys this franchise wanted. And since this franchise doesn't know what they're doing, then those guys were bad picks. And we'll see about that, but I think it's a great point. Fans maybe not looking at those guys fairly or as clearly as they should because of what they associate them with.
Right. Exactly. And it wasn't them.
Yeah.
Per se. It was the circumstances, the organization, the player they traded.
Mm-hmm.
Right. It's it's a tough, and I know these guys are getting paid millions of dollars. So, I'm not going to feel too sorry for them, but it's a tough position to be in when all during the season, all off season, all you're hearing is we need to trade DeMar. We need to trade Zach. It's like, damn, like what did Snoop Dogg say, Jay, during the Source Awards? Damn, y'all ain't got no love for Snoop Dogg in the West Coast out here. Damn, y'all ain't got no love for DeMar and Zach out here. You know what I mean? And that's how it feels like if I'm them.
Yeah, I think one of the toughest things for Scott Perry has to be, and maybe it's still ongoing. It sounds like he's achieved his goal, but just convincing those guys that we know what we're doing. We got this. We've staunched the bleeding. We're a legitimate, solid NBA franchise now. I know last year was a lot of tumult and a lot of upheaval, but it's okay now. Trust me, right? You know that in addition to getting fans on board with the direction of the franchise to a degree, and I know those guys weren't free agents, not that they could just say, I'm out.
Right.
But you got to get some buy-in, and it sounds like meeting with them and explaining things. Scott Perry told us that DeMar was on board with things. I'm sure that wasn't easy to do, and I think it was one of the most important things that he's had to do to this point.
What for
Scott Perry to convince DeMar and Zach and Domas too is like, no, this is legit now. We have a plan. We know what we're doing as a franchise.
Right. Yeah, but I from a player standpoint, I wouldn't be surprised if they're a little skeptical.
Sure.
With what they went through, what happened last season.
Of course. Yeah.
Because here's the thing. I'll call it like it is. Before you come to Sacramento, you hear things about the organization, about ownership, the way it's run, and things like that. Even I heard that before I got here. And for Zach and DeMar, you get here, and it's like, damn, people might have been right. So even they're a little skeptical right now. And that's why I'm hoping, with Scott Perry and Doug at the helm and everything that they provide some stability to the squad.
Yeah, it's remarkable that here we are at a point already where fans are excited about the young players. I hope going forward, Devin Carter's a part of that, and I know potentially he goes to the Warriors in some kind of Kuminga trade, which is appearing increasingly unlikely. But I like the idea of Devin Carter as part of this young core going forward. We'll see. But if the Kings are going to do anything, obviously they got to deal from a position of strength. You got all those guards. Looks more and more, Drapes, and I'm not trying to put you on the spot. It just looks more and more like Kuminga not going anywhere, at least for the time being.
Yeah, the market just doesn't seem to be there for him.
Right.
And so I know it was fun to, hypothesize, if you will. And I know Slate said this could go on for a while, but it just doesn't seem to be a market for them, and doesn't seem like anybody's budging. Kuminga on the deal he wants, Golden State on what they want, Kings on what they're willing to give up. And so, no, if you're a betting person, you got to bet that Kuminga remains with Golden State.
And speaking of deals, the Valanciunas trade is now official. I think it raises one big question for the Kings. We'll look at that when we come right back to Sacktown Sports.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
So I was taking my side hustle full-time.
Bold move, my friend.
And I needed to find everything in one stop.
Like finding Bigfoot riding a unicorn.
Yes, so I hit the Staples Easy button. Staples had everything for a new office and print services for signs and brochures. Plus, Cindy, the Staples associate, helped me find the best tech for me.
Wait, no drama?
No, Staples made it easy.
For the products, services, and experts your business needs. Staples.
That was easy.
In-store, online, and on the app.
This summer with Kohl's, you can rack up the compliments. Like, where'd you get that dress? Tell me all your makeup secrets. Or, ooh, my husband needs that polo in every color. Because Kohl's has what you need. Cute dresses, Sephora essentials, stylish polos, comfy kids clothes, and more. Plus, take 20% off some of your faves. Yep, cue the compliments with Kohl's. Select styles, some exclusions apply. Offer ends July 20th. Coupons and Kohl's Cash do not apply to Sephora. See store or kohls.com for details.
Time to check out Capital Casino, conveniently located at 411 North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm. A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, their award-winning tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Find the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief today for a free consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Hey, Green Gobbler here. So you've got a clogged drain in your bathroom. Water in the sink's overstaying its welcome. You're spitting today's toothpaste on top of yesterday's toothpaste. You hope that it go away. Yeah, clogs don't just go away. I make them go away. I'm Green Gobbler, the only clog dissolver you need. I'm bleach-free, safe for your pipes, and I work. Guaranteed or your money back. Because I never met a clog that was going to unclog itself. Green Gobbler. Let the gobbler get it.
Keeping your engines healthy means protecting them in season and out. Experts trust Stable to do that. And third-party testing confirms it. Stable is the industry leader in preventing fuel-related issues, no matter if you use it in your car, boat, or outdoor power equipment. In season or out, at every fill-up or when you store, start with Stable.
Are you thinking about buying a new car? Well, maybe you're on the fence. Let me help you out. Kyle Draper here from Mercedes-Benz of Stockton. From the first time I stepped into the MP of Stockton showroom, I knew I made the right choice. I settled on the all-electric EQS SUV. It's comfortable, stylish, and most importantly, it's safe. Mercedes-Benz has the reputation of making the finest cars in the world. Now it's your turn to experience what I already know. Mercedes-Benz of Stockton is the best car buying experience you'll ever have. It's just a short drive down I-5 or anytime at mbfstockton.com.
Get ready for a night out with Jordan Davis. It's Country in the Park 2, Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo. Along with special guests Mitchell Tenpenny, Locash, Vincent Mason, and Avriana. Make it a family day out with food trucks, games, dancing, and more. Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo.
Sponsored by Trex Racing Cage, Chicken Fingers, and Naturewood Home Furnishings. Tickets at catpfest.com.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave. I got to tell you, I am so excited to get this decking project started with Trex Decking and Railings. From the first time I stepped foot in the showroom last week, I was so impressed. So many color options, heat-resistant composite deck. What does that mean? That means I don't have to do any maintenance on it whatsoever. They even have a deck designer, so you can go online and see what your dream deck will look like on your house. Just visit Trex, that's TREX.com to get it started. Tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
Home for Kings talk and so much more. The Drive Guys on Sacktown Sports.
Well, looks like a Major League Baseball team is going to be sold. No, not that Major League Baseball team. But what does this mean for other franchises and other sales? Well, look at that. Just a moment here. It's the Drive Guys with Kyle Draper in Las Vegas, where Drapes, I guess, everywhere you turn there, people are just crazy about the A's, right? A's going to be here. A's are going to be in Vegas. Just A's fever everywhere you look in Vegas, right?
Yeah, I tell you what, man, it's the hottest ticket in town, you know. Dude, ain't nobody checking for the A's right now, man. It's although they had this event down here and I think it was a charity baseball, softball game with the Raiders, and I think the Golden Knights maybe took a part of it. And Reggie Jackson throughout the first pitch, yeah, he was down here throughout the first. Had an A's, athletics jersey on and everything. So he was out here showing some love to the community.
Reggie. One of my first experiences talking to baseball players, Drapes, I was at spring training. Reggie was back with the A's, and I asked him something about, do you expect to lead by example or vocally? And he looked at me, he goes, that's a bad question. No matter how I answer it, I sound like a jerk. And I was like, whoa.
Next question. Oh, that's hilarious. Hilarious.
Yeah. So then later in the year, he got a hit in what looked like it would be his last at bat in Oakland. And it turned out it was. And I learned my lesson. It's like, oh, he wants to be humble. So I said, and people, cheer. There's only like 9,000 fans there. Everyone went crazy. Reggie, were you surprised at the reaction? He's like, I was surprised. It was really nice that I got that reaction. So I learned my lesson talking to the great.
Yeah.
Reggie. Yeah. But here's the sale. Tampa Bay Rays owner Stu Sternberg has agreed in principle, according to ESPN, to a $1.7 billion deal to sell the Tampa Bay Rays to a Florida-based developer named Patrick Zapolsky. Now, as I said, as a $1.7 billion deal, Sternberg bought the Rays in 2004 for $200 million. Cha-ching!
Jeez.
Yeah. A year ago, Sternberg had a deal in place to build a new stadium in the historic gas plant district, reimagined recreational retail residential district in St. Pete to replace Tropicana Field. But then Hurricane Milton, as you probably know, shredded the roof last October. Rays had to scramble for temporary headquarters, and Sternberg said the team would have to bear excess costs that were not in the budget. So in March, MLB Commissioner Rob Manfred and some other owners began to privately push Sternberg to sell the franchise, which begs the question, why aren't they talking to John Fisher and pushing him to sell the franchise? I don't know. Jay was nodding along with that. Jay was great. Jay.
No, it's true. Go ahead, Jay. I mean, it's true. Like, they clearly can do it. You would think, like, dang. Yeah. But, I don't know, Jay. What you think about this?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm with you, Drapes. I repeat the same thing that you said. The only thing that comes to mind is they don't, and it sounds crazy because the A's technically don't have a stadium, but Tampa's was hit by Mother Nature. And so it's kind of like an out. Like, here's your out. Here now is your opportunity to get out, cash out, and we don't have no problems. We can cut ties.
We don't look
clean.
Bad. Everybody, what could you do?
Yeah. Where versus this is kind of like, we're forcing you. It sets precedent. If we force you to sell, then we have it could be down the road. We might have to force the Brewers ownership group or New York Mets, and we don't want to do that.
I wonder if the Vegas thing does fall through. And it might not.
It is.
Then, it looks like it is. I wonder if then baseball would be compelled to say, look, we just look like clowns in this. You gotta go. You gotta sell and help us get this thing, on track.
Yeah, Birdman, I'll say this. Trying to give my boy Drapes some time over there as he's hobnobbing. Birdman, I'll say this. I think the A's and John Fisher will come to an end sooner than later. But I do think John family, Fisher family, and whoever else, they're sharp, smart enough. Maybe they're the common sense. I don't know how you want to phrase it. They will sell when the value is at the highest peak. Right now, unlike who was it, Struderberg? What was his name?
Stu Sternberg.
Sternberg.
Yeah.
Sternberg, without a stadium, without an opportunity to know where the stadium is going to be, time is of the essence for him. It's time to get out. I could sell for almost $2 billion. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Where John Fisher's got other things invested, and he doesn't even have a stadium, so he technically doesn't even have that backing or the baseball. Tampa needs a stadium, and baseball is going to help them build a stadium, which means the new ownership knows they're going to be aided.
Yeah. By the way, this the new owner has a strong preference to land in Tampa rather than St. Petersburg.
Yeah.
And there's no guarantee yet, or it's unclear what the new group would do for a permanent stadium. But I have to think if baseball is approving him as the owner, let's see, then
Holdings
at some point they're gonna have to have. If you don't have a stadium plan, we're not going to approve you as an owner. So anyway,
but they're going to help though, fellas, because remember, they don't have anywhere to play right now.
Yeah, except the minor league.
Yeah.
Can you imagine a major league team playing in a minor league stadium? No thanks.
Unlike the A's, they've chosen not to be, have a stadium, not to have facilities.
That's a good point.
I think to me, that's the difference.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this deal expected to close as early as September. Home Run Derby, Jay, you're for Jazz Chisholm today?
Jazz Chisholm, baby.
Drapes, he's not even pulling for Brent Rooker, the athletic.
I thought you were an A's guy, man.
Yeah, I'm a Jazz Chisholm guy first. Are the A's guy? Let me ask you, Drapes. Are the A's for me?
Ooh. But we talking to players, Jay. We ain't talking about ownership or management or anything like that. We talk about the players, right?
I understand. I'm just asking, are the A's for me? It's like this. You've had poor representation over the last 48 hours, and I don't mean to keep bringing it up, by Apple, correct?
Yes.
The employees that are at the store, they don't own Apple, but they're the representation. They're the ones that's, hand-to-hand combat. So right now, not only do you have an issue with the representation, but you also have a issue with the whole ball of wax.
I hope he does well. I hope Rooker does well, goes far, because that gives the announcers more time to talk about it and maybe mistakenly call them Oakland or something. Something
you
like
want that, Whitey?
Yes.
You want that organization to look as bad as possible.
Yes, I suppose I do. Probably true. Yes. But I do think former athletic Matt Olson's going to win the Home Run Derby.
Okay.
Yeah. Home field. All that.
I know nobody saying Cal Raleigh.
Big dumper. You got the big dumper winning it all?
The big dude. He's on a tear. He's on a heater this year. Why not?
Yes. Yeah.
Normally, the people that you believe are going to win the home run competition, Derby, don't normally win.
Yeah, that's true.
Especially the big fellas. If you talk to people, and of course, we've heard interviews and had conversations with folks, you listen, a lot of times the bigger people, they say, run out of gas.
Yeah.
The muscle guys.
I believe there's a lot of people in this Derby that haven't done it before.
Yeah.
So that I think they'd be more prone to that.
Yeah. We're just running out of gas. It's tough, man. Just go out there and hit 20 balls and put everything into 20 balls. You get tired.
Yep. It'll wear you out. Drapes, I wanted to ask you something about the Valanciunas trade. I know it's now official, and it looks like Valanciunas has gone on his contract. I don't know, but I think the big question for the Kings is Šarić. Do we have any reason to believe that he can play? Is there any hope that, he could contribute, or is it merely kind of a financial thing? I don't know. I don't know that anyone knows, but I think that's a huge question, because if he can still play at all, he has been in the past a really good player.
No, and here's the thing, and he's played some small ball five.
Yeah.
In the past, so he gives you some versatility. A big that can, pass the ball, step out, and knock down a three. I think the jury is still out, though, Whitey, on how much does he have left in the tank. How many games did he play last season? Like 20 or something like that with Denver?
Yeah.
It was a very limited amount of time. And so I think the jury is still out on this kid, and so if he can play, now you got him, you got Max, you got Domas, you got Isaac Jones, and you're starting to get some bigs with versatility out there. When the trade happened, I thought, there's no way he's going to be on the roster come opening night. Maybe they, release him or flip him or something like that as part of that, Kuminga deal that was rumored and everything like that. But if that Kuminga deal is falling through, it looks like he's going to be here. And and how old is Šarić?
I think he's only 31.
No way. I mean, I feel like this dude's, he's 31. I feel like this dude's been around forever, too. So he may still have a little something left in the tank. He just turned 31 back in April, too. So, he may have something left in the tank.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me when the Kings did everything with, Davion and Zankoff, and they got Jalen McDaniels, right?
Yeah, Jalen.
And I remember wondering, was he going to play, or you didn't know, and it ended up they gave him a run and he didn't make it. They let him go. But you never know on trades now. So I'm wondering about Saric, but if he's anything close to what he ever was, he could help the Kings. He's been a really good player. It's been a while since he's played well. So fingers crossed.
Right. I mean, a big that can stretch the floor and shoot threes, a career 36% three-point shooter. When you go back from 22 to 23, Whitey, he shot 39% from three. And so, you know, and you've chronicled his injury history. If he can come back and be healthy, he got to play 82. Give us 60 games. I take that, you know. That's giving us some versatility out there.
When we come back, should you really get a ring for winning the Summer League? Next on Sacktown Sports.
At Wells Fargo, we know what got you into your business, whether it's manufacturing, running a restaurant, or your business from home. What you didn't get into your business for was banking. But luckily, Wells Fargo offers business checking, payments, and lending all in one place, in your neighborhood and on our app, so you can focus on doing what you love. Wells Fargo. You're good at business. We're good at business banking. Learn more at wellsfargo.com/business. Terms apply. Wells Fargo Bank and a member FDIC.
Aloha! Dreaming of sandy beaches and ocean breezes? JTV's Tropical Treasure Sweepstakes could make that dream come true. Enter for your chance to win a fabulous Hawaiian getaway for two with luxury accommodations, airfare, and spending cash. Plus, just for entering, get $30 off your next qualifying JTV purchase of at least $99 when you opt in for emails. Don't miss out. Visit jtv.com/sweeps and enter by August 3rd. JTV, where paradise awaits.
Some things can steal your sunshine. Ugh, I just got my hair done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken. Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
I just took a COVID test. Ugh.
Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Hagen Oaks wants to be your go-to total golf game fitter. Try the TrackMan experience, the very best technology to fit your metalwoods and irons. The new cutting-edge putter fitting studio with its $30,000 worth of technology is ready for your fitting. Hagen Oaks will help you find the best putter for your game. Hagen Oaks offers more technology, more choices, and more service. Schedule your fitting at the Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio by calling 916-808-2531, 808-2531 for more.
Why'd I go to the doctor? One day at the firehouse, I was so lightheaded I could barely stand. Even my crew noticed. Getting checked out was the right call. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com. Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Member Week is here at Lowe's. Don't miss your chance to get up to 40% off hundreds of items like paint, tools, home essentials, and more. Shop our exclusive deals happening in-store and online now through July 18th. Not a rewards member? Join for free today and get ready to save more. Lowe's, we help, you save. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
Carmichael Dave here for my friends at American Energy Heating and Air. Yes, I always tell you they are a family-owned operation, been in business since 81, A+ Better Business Bureau, but it is hot. We are in those Sacramento hot months. I want to focus on them being your second opinion partner. What does that mean? Maybe you've got somebody you're working with or you've worked with in the past in the HVAC world. Guess what? They want to give you a second opinion. How much does it cost? Nothing. You call them up and say, hey, can I get a second opinion on this deal? They come out and they either say, wow, that's a great deal. You should feel better about that. Or they say, we can beat that price. And usually they're going to beat it by a lot. Guess what? You just saved money and it didn't cost you anything to find out. It's a no-lose situation. Go with a trusted company. American Energy, 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. Jingle Singers, take it away.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
At Power Business Technology, we're not another big box corporation. We're your neighbors, locally owned and operated. We know what businesses like yours need, from reliable printers to high-performance copiers. We'll help you find the right solution with personal service you just can't get online. Need setup or support? We're just down the road and always happy to help. Power Business Technology, family hometown service with big-time solutions. Contact us today for all your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729, or visit us at powercopiers.com.
The only station in Sacramento giving you local sports coverage from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. Sacktown Sports.
Kings back in Summer League action tonight. We've got Drapes standing by in Vegas. Kings on their way possibly to their third Summer League title. I don't know, but Drapes, you know that if you win Summer League, everybody gets a really nice ring. You get a Summer League championship ring since 2022. How about that?
Yeah, right on. I would love to get one. Shout out. I'm sure our boy Bobby Jackson, I got to ask him what he did with his Summer League championship ring from a few years ago. Why not?
Uh-huh. I mean, some of the tiebreakers, I think, are almost literally a flip of the coin. I mean, it's fine and all that. It's just, you know, a Summer League championship. Good for the players.
Well, you sound like you're hating on it, big fella. It sounds like you're hating on the ring.
Maybe I am. I'm looking at NBA.com, some of the pictures of the rings, and I just feel like, really? But again, if it makes the players happy, that's good for them. I mean, I guess they've kind of earned it. Why not? I know you have an MVP and everything, right? And so, yeah,
you giving out MVP. Chris the Mom weighed in from the 916. I don't think they should get a ring for Summer League, but they should get a plaque or respectable trophy to acknowledge the championship. Don't want to diminish the magnitude of the championship ring.
That's it. That's it exactly. I was just going to say that. Yes, there's some about the ring. We want to win a ring. Well, here's a ring for winning Summer League. Now that demeans and devalues the whole concept of the ring. Yeah, I'm with Crystal Mom on that one, Drapes. Not a big deal.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Let's say they got a trophy. Let's say it was. Doesn't that devalue the trophy?
No, because you get trophies for anything these days. You know,
so a ring is like top of the line.
Grandpa, you can get a trophy.
so a ring is like really like you're doing something when you get a ring.
A basketball championship ring. Yes. That should stand for something. Yeah, I mean, it's not, I didn't even know they get rings, so I guess it's not that big of a problem. And I believe they've been handing those out since 2022. Cooper Flagg is done with Summer League, huh, Drapes?
Yeah. My young fella Nick is upset about that. He's looking forward to watching Cooper play, but you know he's shown all he needs to show. You know, I was just talking to Alvin Gentry a little bit ago about this. You know, you want these guys to get a taste of Summer League, but you don't want them to, get hurt or anything like that. Just get their feet wet, because when you look at it, and Alvin made a good point, you got guys playing 4 games in 6 days, 7 days. They're not used to that. They're, coming from college, they play twice a week. And so it doesn't make sense to go all out for Summer League. Really, it's just get acclimated, get used to it, get your feet wet, and then get ready for the fall. So I get it. I wish he was playing one more, just so Nick. Like, I haven't even seen Cooper Flagg play yet. Like, I have not been around when he's played, and so I can't really remark on how great he's looked or anything like that. But he's done all he needs to do, I guess. I
understand it. If I'm Ryan Nembhard, I'm like, well, there goes my championship ring. Right, they're shutting down Cooper,
but it's more shots for Nembhard now. It's more shots for Nembhard. It's the Nembhard show out there now. Maybe.
Yes. Speaking of championship rings, as you probably know, Drapes, your Eagles were the NFL champions.
Oh, I forgot it. I forgot that.
And your coach, Nick Sirianni, is very upset at some people today. He's very upset at those who suggest that your quarterback was just along for the ride, that the team carried to the finish line. Nick Sirianni said, he plays the most important position in all of sports, and it's the most ultimate team game there is. What I admire about him is his selflessness of doing anything we need to do to win. I think that's I can't tell you what he called it, Drapes. I couldn't say it on the radio. I'd be gone. That's what he said about this notion.
I mean, we know Jalen Hurts is the ultimate team player. You know what I mean? He's the model quarterback, if you will. The guy, a great leader, if you will. And so I do think, because I was watching ESPN and they had their, I think it was their list, the top 10 quarterbacks in the league.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Yes.
Oh, you got that on the? You got all right. We'll talk about
later.
that.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. Because
I do feel like Hurts is a little underappreciated, if you will.
Really?
No, yeah, just a little bit. Just not necessarily on that. I'm just talking in general.
Yeah.
Because just 2 years ago, he was in the MVP conversation. It's the greatest thing since sliced bread. And all he's done since then is make it to a Super Bowl and then win another one, and they used to always say regarding quarterbacks, how you judge quarterbacks is if they win games. Jalen Hurts wins, Herbert ain't done a damn thing. Like, we won't get into this. I understand like that, but Hurts makes this engine go out there in Philly. And obviously you got to have a Saquon and, you got the talent around you. Most great quarterbacks have some talent around them, if you will. And so Super Bowl winning quarterbacks, excuse me. And so, I do think he's a little underappreciated.
Jay, could I get your opinion on something here? I want to ask Jay about this. I'm just wondering how Jay feels, because Jalen Hurts finished the 24 season with the least number of attempts and passing yards since becoming a starter. The Eagles started 2-2. They shifted their approach. They lean more on Saquon Barkley and the ground game and less on the passing attack. I look at that, and in my opinion, I think the Eagles could have won the Super Bowl with, I don't know, Billy Volek at quarterback, or maybe David Alter.
Come on.
I mean, now I know he's not playing anymore.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's just the way I see it.
Are you calling him a game manager? Is that what I'm hearing?
Oh, you calling him Brock Purdy, huh?
Yeah.
Brock Purdy 2.0.
If the cleats fit, right? I mean,
here's the thing, though. Because like my guy Sirianni just said. Hurts,
he's your guy?
He's my guy now that he won the Super Bowl, big fella. He is my guy. The thing about Hurts, whatever it takes to win the game. Look at how he picked apart Kansas City in the Super Bowl. 77% completion percentage. I got the numbers right here, big fella. Got it. Look what he did to Washington, hanging up 55 on him. Come on, man. Like, when the game is the biggest, when the stakes are highest, my guy Jalen Hurts steps up. I'm looking at his postseason numbers. 71% completion percentage, fellas. 108.6 quarterback rating. 5 touchdowns, if you will. Like, and mind you, only one turnover. Only one turnover. Man, come on now. This dude's a gamer, man. That's why I like him. He's a gamer. I'm not saying he's, top 5 or anything like that, but we need to start putting some respect on Jay. 2 Super Bowl appearances, 1 championship. That's a hell of a career so far.
Jay, I don't know if you saw this. ESPN had executive scouts and coaches give the list that Drapes is talking about.
I didn't see this.
Top 10 quarterbacks.
All right.
And Hurts is in there. I think he's 7th or 8th.
9th or 8th, something like that. Yeah.
Pull that thing.
Brock Purdy didn't even make honorable mention.
They had an honorable mention?
The honorable mention was CJ Stroud.
So they had 10 plus 1.
Yeah. And I think Jordan Love also was honorable mention. Brock Purdy was not honorable mention.
I got it right. This is executives, coaches, and scouts. These are the people that know. The people that are in the know. I got it right.
These the same people who let Brock Purdy get to the last pick of the draft. And he will never live that down until he wins multiple. Like, even if he wins the first one, people are gonna say, he got lucky. Mark Rippon won. That's going to happen. He's gonna have to win multiple.
He was in the also receiving votes.
Yeah, we will look at this list. When try to figure out how it all went wrong when the Drive Guys return. More on the Kings in Vegas too with Drapes in Las Vegas. Coming up, Sacktown Sports.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You know, it's been so hot. There are some people, hopefully you're not one of them, having some issues with their AC. If you are, or you think, boy, I'm not sure where our unit's going to hold up during the summer, make sure you get to Lee's Air Heating and Plumbing, leesair.com. They'll take care of you like they took care of us over the winter when our heater went out right after Christmas. Lee's Air Plumbing and Heating, they were ready to come out the day that we called. They treated us with a lot of respect. They did a great job, and we got a great unit. Why choose Lee's? There are so many places to choose from. They offer that 100% satisfaction guarantee. They get 4.8 stars on Google. They've won awards for their service, and they've spent more than 40 years serving the Valley's HVAC heating and plumbing needs. You can trust Lee's with installation, repair of your AC, furnace, and water heater, plus residential and commercial plumbing repair and commercial HVAC services too. Find out more at leesair.com. Check out their mission statement. It's all about serving customers and community. Check on their $99 HVAC tune-up service. That could come in handy here in the midst of this hot summer. Let Lee's take care of you the way they took care of me. They treated us like family. They set us up with an HVAC system that has improved our quality of life and is saving us money month to month. Lee's Air Plumbing and Heating, license number 635355.
July 4th savings explode at Maida's Elk Grove Chevy. Save $10,750 off MSRP after rebates. Every new 2025 Silverado half-ton LT and RST 5.3 in stock. Maida Chevy has similar savings on every new Silverado. One of the largest selections in the Sacramento area. $10,750 off new Silverado exclusively at the Maida Chevy Silverado Supercenter. Now that's big, huge. See them all at MaidaChevy.com. Together, let's drive.
Not available with special financing, lease, and some other offers.
With 25 award-winning years in Northern California, Ashton & Price is your local injury law firm. Pro attorney tip: if a firm presents as local but they're in LA, red flag. If your first consultation is not with a lawyer, big red flag. At Ashton & Price, your first consult is with a local attorney, and if serious injury prevents travel, a lawyer will come to you. Still not enough? George Washington's my uncle. At Ashton & Price, no red flags, just red, white, and blue.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
Saving for retirement was tough enough for us.
Yes, and navigating markets can be challenging at times.
I understand. That's why at Fisher Investments, we take a disciplined approach with your investments.
Tell us more about that.
We take an active approach to money management, positioning your portfolio for opportunities we see ahead.
So all your clients get the same portfolio?
No, we tailor your portfolio to your individual goals and needs.
What about communication? We don't like being left in the dark.
We check in regularly to keep you informed on the markets and your portfolio.
Which means you'll help us stay on track.
Yes, our goal is your comfortable retirement. And as a fiduciary, we always put your interests first, because we do better when you do better. At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Summer's flying by, and that back-to-school checklist, it's growing fast. New backpack? Check. School supplies? Check. Dentist appointment? Let's fix that. Kids Care Dental and Orthodontics is making it easy to cross dental checkups off your summer list fast, with priority scheduling for new patients and kid-friendly care that makes them smile. It's one less thing to worry about before fall. Call now or book online at kidscaredental.com. That's kidscaredental.com, because healthy smiles should be the easiest thing to check off your summer list.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Get ready for a night out with Jordan Davis. It's Country in the Park 2, Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo. Along with the special guests Mitchell Tenpenny, Low Cash, Vincent Mason, and Avriana. Make it a family day out with food trucks, games, dancing, and more. Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo.
Sponsored by Trex Racing Canes, Chicken Fingers, and Naturewood Home Furnishings. Tickets at catpfest.com.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Your home for Kings basketball for over 25 seasons.
Hammer time from down by the lake. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sacktown Sports, 1140. Live and local, it's the Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sacktown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sacktown Sports app.
Got Jay and Whitey the Birdman in studio today. Got Drapes in Vegas getting ready for the Kings and the Suns. But no Maxime Reynaud for the Kings tonight, right, Drapes? What's going on?
Yeah, Max dealing with a wrist. Apparently happened when he went for a block the other night against Chicago. Went for a block of a dunk attempt. And so a little banged up wrist. So they're going to give him tonight off. Hopefully he'll play on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm. I was looking forward to seeing him against Cam Malawach, but yeah, the Kings they're plenty well fortified to take care of the Suns tonight, move their summer league record to 3-0, and move even closer to those rings. Right?
How about that? Hey, man, hey, you play to win the game.
That's right.
Championships, Whitey, summer league, in-season tournament. It don't matter, big fella. You play to win the game.
No, you're right. I've coached in leagues where it's like, well, it's not all about winning. It's like, that's fine, I get that, but are you keeping score?
Right.
Keeping score, then we want to be the team with the better score at the end. Otherwise, why are we doing this? So I'm with you. Yeah. It'll be interesting to see how will they. Let's see. How would that change the lineup tonight without Maxime Reynaud?
I don't know. That's a good question. You going with Cardwell at the starting spot? The big fella out of Auburn?
Mm-hmm.
And him and Max are so different, I don't know who we would even have as a backup five. It would be Cardwell, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has Isaac Jones been playing any five there?
Not a whole lot. No, yeah. I can't recall him playing. I mean, you could theoretically move him there tonight. Maybe you start Isaiah Crawford and move Isaac Jones to the 5 spot. Go with a small lineup, if you will. But, they got big Malawach out there tonight. So, it might be Cardwell's getting an opportunity tonight.
Yeah, I know. Malawach's first summer league game, he's like, was he 5 for 13 or something? He didn't shoot the ball especially well, and he looked a little out of sorts, which is understandable. But he's a big player, still figuring out how to play NBA basketball. I was really looking forward to him against Maxime Reynaud. He's very lengthy, so he'll be a challenge for the Kings tonight, I think, after not playing especially well in the first game. Then he did not play in their second game, right, Drapes?
Right, yeah, he did not play in their second game. Not sure why. I don't know if it's just to give him a game off or some kind of injury situation. But I will say, man, I've been impressed with this rookie class, so far. Like they've shown some flashes. Dylan Harper, looked good. I thought the other night in his limited minutes out there. Obviously, Cooper Flagg in his second game. I'm hoping Ace Bailey plays tonight. Does anybody know if Ace Bailey is playing tonight? They got a big time matchup coming up tonight. Do they play the Spurs tonight? They may play the Spurs tonight, and so I want to see if Ace Bailey plays tonight too.
Mm-hmm. And how about Isaiah Stevens played pretty well for the Kings as well, didn't he, Drapes?
Yeah, he's solid, man. He's a solid guard. He's probably one of those guys we'll see in Stockton, obviously a lot on that 2-way deal, and so no, he's solid. It's he's a little undersized, if you ask me. He's a little smaller, when I saw him in person, but, can handle the rock, kind of explosive out there. The one guy who's looked good, and people always, Mason Jones, our guy Mason Jones, and I was talking to AC, Anthony Carter, Devin Carter's dad, and he's like, I don't believe this guy doesn't have a spot somewhere. And the thing about Mason, first of all, he knows everybody. Like, you could do 6 degrees of Mason Jones, really like 2 degrees. He knows everybody. But and you guys have seen him up close and personal in Stockton. The talent is there, there's his temperament. I asked AC, well, does he need the ball in his hands? And he's like, no, he can play off the ball. I haven't seen that a whole lot. And so the question with Mason is, what is he? What's his position?
Yeah.
He's not a point guard, right? And so is he a 2? Like, I don't know, but he's a baller, no doubt.
And then because of the rules on two-ways, the Kings cannot be a two-way player again this year. It's not allowed. So, I mean, he's not only showing the Kings, he's trying to show the rest of the league that he deserves a spot somewhere this year, right?
Yeah, he's auditioning, right? Yeah. He's all that'll be interesting to see whose camp he goes to. It's like you said, he can't do the two-way because he just, latch roster, if you will. But he's a ball player, man. And he's a good dude, man. I seen Mason spend some time with a special needs kid, before the game the other day. And so, he's a special dude, man.
So Drapes is in Vegas with his son, Nick, who has become a celebrity.
Oh, it's ridiculous, man.
Taking
This
pictures
guy.
of him. It's incredible.
Yeah, I gotta get if you missed this, I gotta give the rundown. He's first of all, he has thanked me probably 20 times for bringing him. Like, very grateful. And so he was so excited this morning. Woke up, we did the pool thing, hit the gym and everything, and so he texts me. Just to when he was out here, obviously he's at the game. He said, a few Kings fans came up to me and asked if I was your son, and they said they wanted to take a picture with me. He's like, I was very surprised. And so I'm like, all right, you're getting a little taste of celebrity. You know what I mean? Don't let it get to your head, big fella. But then Neek Clifford's parents came up to him and saw him wearing the jersey. And they had Clifford the dog and asked if they could take a picture of me. He goes, this is crazy, bro. Like, and so it's awesome, man. A 16-year-old kid, huge basketball fan. So no, I'm happy he's out here having fun out here.
Yeah, and it sounds like you're getting your phone situation slowly but surely all figured out.
Yeah, I'm doing it as we do our show. So what happened is I go to the AT&T booth and they activate my phone, but the lady doesn't back it up from my iCloud. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So everything is brand new. So I had to, as I'm doing the show, because I'm a good multitasker, as you know, Whitey. I'm doing the show. I'm like, all right, reset my phone, and now it's I got my apps back. Your boy is good. I'm good now.
Yeah, we had this about an hour ago from the 530 on the text line. We all going to pretend we didn't hear Draper listening to a YouTube video on how to fix his iCloud?
I didn't know that came through. I had no idea that came through. So apologize to all the listeners out there. I had no idea. But, yeah, that was me. That was my bad.
Should I take this call, Jay? 339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. Ken joining us on Sacktown Sports. Hey, Ken, what's up?
So, gentlemen, how you feeling this afternoon?
Good. How about you?
Man, I'm feeling good, man. You know how I'm doing, Katie, man. Good to hear your voice, man. I would love to see you on the golf course, though. Well, hold on. I'm talking too much.
Slow down, big fella. Slow down.
My fault. Hey, since you out there, I want to ask you about how do you feel about Snyder? Man, man, he looking good. And how do you feel about Isaiah Jones, man, being on the squad as far as our backup? Talk to me.
Hold on. Who's Snyder? Who? What? And who's Isaiah Jones? Did we lose Ken?
No, I think Ken's still there, but Ken?
You mean Isaac Jones?
Isaac Jones. I'm sorry.
Yeah. All right. I'm like, hold up here. What's happening?
Hey, Isaiah gets close, man. Isaiah, a couple of I's and H's, take out, you delete,
First of all, I like Isaac Jones, man. Yeah, I like Isaac Jones a lot. You know, the thing about him, and you talk to, you know, the team and the coaching staff, can he hit that corner three? Can he knock down that 3-point shot? You know, he's a raw player. I mean, remember, this guy picked up basketball, you know, his junior year in high school. He's a late bloomer, if you will. And so, you know, I like him. I think there's a spot for him. The question is, let me ask you guys, is he a 5? Is he a 4? Is Reyno ahead of him now? Like, how do you guys see it out there?
I think he's a 4-5, mostly a 4. But yeah, and we saw him, you know, working on that corner jump shot. And I know he's worked a lot on it. We saw him when we were in Stockton, and he's played. You know, I get the sense, Drapes, in the summer league he's been a little bit affected by the deviated septum because hasn't played badly, but he just hasn't really had the type of impact on the games that he usually has.
Right. And it seems like, and it could, like you said, it could be the deviated septum issue.
Yeah.
It seems like he sort of just blends in, if you will.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Doesn't, you know, have like, and I guess it's hard too for bigs because this is a guy it's not like they're running plays for him or anything like that. You know what I mean? It's not like, all right, you know, Isaac, you're going to get 20 shots tonight or anything like that. You know, he kind of got to get in where he can fit in. Whereas with guards, they got the rock. They can handle the ball. They can do, you know what I mean? They could call their own number. You know, for Isaac, he's got to get his, you know, from the other guys.
Yeah, and then Ken also wanted to know about Schneider, and I just have no idea what we're talking about.
All right, okay, I'm not the only one, right?
You might be talking about Cardwell.
Maybe.
Big fella.
How'd you get that? I mean, maybe you're right, but how did you
Cardwell? How you get Schneider out of that?
Bit prior, so we were talking about big dog.
I'll be honest with you. When he said Schneider, I'm like, damn it, am I missing somebody on the roster? Like,
me too.
I'm like, hey. I'm like, I'm supposed to be the Kings guy, and I'm like, damn, who did they add somebody? Let me go to the box score. And so,
the assistant coaches or something.
Right.
Drapes, I was thinking, I'm glad Drapes is here because I have no idea. I don't really know anything about him.
I thought I was the only one, man. I was oh my gosh. My credibility was about to go down the toilet, bro. Like, Snyder, who the hell is
At least you try to cover if I said, you know, I think he's got a shot.
I know, right? No, he's looked good the first 2 games, man. He can really handle the rock. I love his bounce. No, if he's talking about the big fella, though, what do you think of Cardwell? I mean, I like his first of all, he's very talkative defensively, you know, and at the center spot, you got to be that. Like that's impressive. Second of all, he's trying to block everything out there. You know what I mean? He's going for everything. Like he's a good defender, tough, physical. You know, the question obviously, and why do you know this, is offensively, you know, and it's not even about can he score the ball. Can he catch the ball and make the right play? You know what I mean? And so that's where I think the development has to come for him.
Yeah, right. Just at this point, by NBA standards, there almost is no offensive game. Doesn't mean he can't develop it. He's not going to end up being, you know, Abdul-Jabbar, but that's the question at this point. 339-1140. He's no Schneider. Let me put it that way. 339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. TC joins us on Sacktown Sports.
Check it.
Check it.
Mike, check.
What's up, TC?
Hey, Mike, check. Hey, listen, check it out. It's going to be real short and sweet. I've seen a lot, right? I've seen a lot from my guys, and this ain't got nothing to do with Devin in his 30-point game, right? But I'm coming from this perspective is if we ain't going to trade Devin, bro, right? Devin is part of the core. I'm going to say because part of the core because I thought about this all weekend, right? I touched the A's game on Saturday, had a nice time, but that's another story. I don't know what everybody's talking about, but I like it. They want to say it's a small ballpark, but it was a beautiful sight for me and the family.
Good.
To be honest with you.
Good.
So other than that, bro, I got a young core. I told Jay this. Listen, Drapes, if you're listening, I say the young core is Keegan. I'm going to throw Keegan in this. Keegan, Keon, Devin, Neek, Max, and Crawford. And also Jones, Isaac Jones. That's 7 heads right there. We don't got a tank. We don't need a bunch of draft picks or nothing. We just got to add to that young core if we going to go young core. If we move DeRozan and Levine, we do it, bro. But I'm talking about as far as our young future, They're right here in our backyard, that Kings fans. Look at it. What y'all think about that?
What do you think, Drapes? Are you listening?
Yeah, I'm listening. I wanted to turn him down. I wanted to mute TC there, speaking that nonsense. Dude, come on. To me, let me ask you this. When we say young core, when I hear core, I'm talking about these the dudes that's going to lead us to the promised land.
Mm-hmm. Your building blocks, your foundation.
Your building blocks, your foundations, and then you add to that. Are we considering these guys are a core, like the guys you got to have going forward?
It sounds like TC is. He sees them all as things, guys that you can build on as a unit. I don't think that's a bad thing.
No, it's not. But I still think you're going to need a star. You know, like you're still going to need, like, you know, we got a bunch of, you know, Christian Browns and Peyton Watsons and Bruce Browns and stuff. But who's our Jokic? Like, you still got to find that somewhere, right?
Right.
Like,
right.
I don't know if any of these guys will develop into, you know, a top 5 player in the league. They'll be very good players. And so when I look at, to me, I feel like you got to find the guy first and then you build around the guy, right? You know, because here's the thing, Whitey. Not everybody can play with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Not everybody can play with Jokic. You get the star and then you develop your system and you surround him with the right complementary players. You don't get the complementary players first and then bring in the star, right?
Well,
I don't know.
Yeah, I think sometimes with teams you accumulate as many good young players as you have and hope one of them becomes, you know, that guy. I don't know. Do you think when OKC, when they started on this journey, when they started, you know, went a couple years when they were tanking, I don't know the answer. I'm not trying to trap you. Do you think they knew that Shai was going to be this good?
I don't think so. I don't think anybody knew he was good. I mean, I think they knew he was going to be good, perhaps all-star. I don't think they knew he'd be an MVP. And we also got to remember, what was Shai drafted? 12? Something 12 or 11? Yeah. 11? And so, I mean, no offense to our guys, 24, 42, they'll be really good players. And I hope they develop into MVP candidates, but the odds are stacked against it. Like, if they can be just solid veterans for 10, 12 years, I'm okay with that.
You're saying you don't have a core until you have your guy, right?
Right. I mean, because to me, a core is we keeping these dudes no matter what. And I don't, if I'm Sacramento, I don't know if we're in a position to be able to say that.
Do we have anybody? Is there anybody part of that core that you like, you know what, this is the guy we're building around, one of the guys?
Schneider to me, but I don't know about
that. Yeah, Schneider. I'll tell you what.
I gotta look, man. Let me confirm for my boy Ken, man, because you know he family, extended family of the Drive guys. Yeah, of course, absolutely. He was so focused on whooping Drapes on the golf course that and challenging Drapes to the golf course that he was talking about Isaiah Stevens. He was talking about Isaiah Stevens, guard from Colorado State. He really liked the way that he moved and you know, the elusiveness that he was bringing to the table at the end of the game. So yeah, he was just, you know, Ken doing his thing, man. You know, Ken's a hustler. He got about 4 things on his mind at one time.
Well, that's nice that he called back to clarify. I appreciate that.
He also challenged Drapes to the golf course, so I'll just let that be known as well.
Anytime.
I'm playing. I don't want to hit you with the Isaiah Thomas movement.
I know, right? No, it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, Whitey, I don't, you know, to your question and Jay's question, I don't know if we have a core right now. You know what I mean? Like in terms of, to me, I look at a core as these are guys we building around for the next 5 to 7 years. I don't know if we're married to anybody like that.
Yeah.
The only one you would say is Keegan, and they haven't married themselves to him yet, right? So they've kind of shown you that he's not that guy yet.
Yeah. I think that they needed to get younger this offseason, and they've already done that. And maybe there's still more moves to come. But by picking 2 players in the draft when you didn't initially have a first-round pick, and you end up with 2 guys who could be pieces, not like Drapes. I understand. I agree with you. I'm not saying they're going to be all league, but 2 guys that you could play in your rotation That's a nice job. That's well done. Still have a ton of work to do, but that does get you younger in a hurry.
Yeah, and they've done a fantastic job by all accounts with the draft so far. It's and I do view Neek and Max as two starters going forward, like in the future. Maybe not to start the season, obviously, but in their NBA careers, I feel they each have starter potential. Now we got to see if they have all-star potential, but they can be, a part of a starting five, I think.
Mm-hmm. Now, I know we said we're going to talk about that quarterbacks list, which we're going to get to, but before we get to we got this question here from Chris the Mom. What's your feeling about Jauan Jennings wanting a new contract or trade? Did you talk about it? I missed it. I remember the same thing happened with Ayuk after his breakout year. He held out for a while, Chris the Mom. Yeah, we did touch on that earlier, the story from Adam Schefter that Jauan Jennings, he's scheduled to make $7.5 million this year in the final year of his deal. He and his representation have let the 49ers know that he wants a new deal or he will ask for a trade. And according to the report from Adam Schefter, if he doesn't get it, he won't hold out, but he won't be happy. I know our buddy Rob Stats Guerrera says Jennings has been beyond everything the Niners could have hoped for. He's also exactly the player you do not pay big money for. If he wants another cheap deal like the last one, I'm all for it. If he wants more than that, trade him away. What do you think, Jay?
Yeah, I don't know. I think he's valuable for what the 49ers are, and Drapes kind of touched on that. At the moment, he is the guy until Brandon Ayuk comes back. And you don't know what you have in Jacob Cowan. You don't know what you have in Tricky Ricky P. So he is a known commodity. It's going to be, and it's the tough part, it's going to be interesting how you approach it because you need him.
Yeah.
49ers definitely need Jauan Jennings.
And they feel that they have treated him well to this point.
Yes, and they have. They've taken care of Jauan Jennings, no doubt about it. There's no disrespect. And I think he believes that too. But the opposite part of it, fellas, is he's the type of person, I think that's what Stats is saying, friend of the show, when Ayuk comes back, and if one of those guys, Cowing or Tricky Ricky P or somebody hits, he really is dispensable.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So, it's kind of one of them things like, oh, I know I have a better product coming at the end. I just have to get to that product, and you're the bridge. It's going to be interesting to see how they treat him.
Yeah, I think I would talk to him out of courtesy, and maybe there is something we could work out. But otherwise, Drapes, to me, I'd kind of call his bluff. It's like, all right, well, we just can't do that now. So you want to sit out, or you're just hurting yourself. If you're not going to be happy, oh well. No one's happy all the time. I think that would be my play from the Niners.
Well, but no, you're right. You're 100% right. But from his vantage point, this probably is the only time to get paid.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because like Jay said, if Cowing, shows something, if Tricky Ricky P if Ayuk comes back, what is he, your third receiver? So this is his only time in his eyes, I would imagine, with some leverage out there.
Yeah.
I get it. But like you said, if I'm the Niners, you're good, but we ain't. I mean, first of all, you just paid Ayuk $20+ million, 28, whatever he's due. At most, Jauan Jennings is what, 10, 12? Like, he's not T. Higgins, Jamar Chase kind of, there's not a 1-2 combination like that out there in Cincinnati.
He's not Garrett Wilson, who just reached agreement with the Jets on a 4-year, $130 million extension that makes him one of the highest paid receivers in the NFL. Includes $90 million guaranteed.
Shut up. I didn't see that. Dang it.
Yeah.
This happened now?
Uh-huh. That's today.
You said 4 years, 130?
Yes. It's the first time in NFL history a receiver has received an average over $31 million after playing only 3 seasons, and the $32.5 million average in his new deal is 5th highest among NFL wide receivers.
Yeah. He's what, half that, if that,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's the tough part for him, and I don't want to say he doesn't care because now he's getting paid, but his numbers organically are going to take a turn, aren't they? Is Justin Fields really bringing enough throwing power over that way?
Got to make your money now, huh?
That's how you get it. That's why Jauan Jennings is saying, I'll take every check I can get right now.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Meanwhile, as we mentioned, and maybe you've seen this, This is just wrong, although Drapes is delighting in it. New list, executives, coaches, scouts around the NFL, ranking the NFL's top 10 quarterbacks for 2025. Where's Brock Purdy? Next with the Drive Guys on Sacktown Sports.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Fidium Fiber.
I'm meteorologist Heather Waldman in the KCRA3 Weather Center. Delta breeze will be noticeable throughout the day on Tuesday, and that's going to keep the day much more comfortable. Morning temperatures in the upper 50s, afternoon highs near 90. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA News and the KCRA app.
It's about time they
fix that pothole.
Invented better windshield wipers.
made an internet that just works. Fidium Fiber Internet, starting at only $30 a month. It feels like Fidium. Offer available to residential customers only. Terms and conditions apply. See Fidium.com for details.
When you bundle renters and auto with Progressive, you can save while protecting your most valuable possessions, like your priceless vinyl collection. Sure, you sleep on a futon because the money most people would have spent on a bed you spent on more records. But forget the fact that you can stream just about any song ever created for a few dollars a month. No, you need to listen to music in the most difficult way possible. So go ahead and get Progressive so you can save while protecting the things that matter to you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Hey, Green Gobbler here. So you've got a clogged drain in your bathroom. Water in the sinks overstaying its welcome. You're spitting today's toothpaste on top of yesterday's toothpaste. You hope that it go away. Yeah, clogs don't just go away. I make them go away. I'm Green Gobbler, the only clog dissolver you need. I'm bleach-free, safe for your pipes, and I work. Guaranteed or your money back. Because I never met a clog that was going to unclog itself. Green Gobbler. Let the gobbler get it.
Come check out Capital Casino, Sacramento's #1 poker room with the most variety of table games in the region in a safe and friendly environment. Plenty of well-lit parking available, conveniently located in downtown Sacramento. And remember, Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action. 411 North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento. For more information, log on to capital-casino.com and please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
The Giant Summer Sale is here. Get giant savings on our giant selection only at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Looking to own or lease? Save during the Honda Summer Event and drive a brand new Accord or Civic. See all our specials at FolsomLakeHonda.com.
As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Folsom Lake Honda. Go to FolsomLakeHonda.com.
Your one-stop Honda shop.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
How far do you hit your 7-iron? The answers will tell you which tees to play, according to Josh Sens in Golf Magazine. Deep down, you know you shouldn't be playing from the tips, but it's common for golfers to play from too far back. Aside from higher scores, rounds become a grind and golf becomes much less fun. After several years of research, the USGA unveiled a new data-driven offering to find the proper tees called Best Tees. If you know how far you hit your 7-iron, Best Tees will tell you which tee boxes to play. A typical male golfer should be playing from 6,100 yards and a typical female golfer from 4,400 yards. Most players have a good idea of their 7-iron distance, with average males' distance of 138 yards and average females of 100 yards. Throw out the occasional perfect shot, which travels more than those distances, and concentrate on your average. This will allow you to reach the vicinity of most greens in regulation and let you hit a variety of clubs on approach shots. Leave your ego at home and give it a chance. You'll have more fun. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
With 25 award-winning years in Northern California, Ashton & Price is your local injury law firm. Pro attorney tip: if a firm presents as local but they're in LA, red flag. If your first consultation is not with a lawyer, big red flag. At Ashton & Price, your first consult is with a local attorney, and if serious injury prevents travel, a lawyer will come to you. Still not enough? George Washington's my uncle. At Ashton & Price, no red flags, just red, white, and blue.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
Whitey here with another great grilling tip. The Napoleon Stainless Steel Prestige 500 Connected Propane Grill with infrared side and rear burner featuring Wi-Fi and Bluetooth connectivity brings you closer to your grilling experience than ever before. The Napoleon Connected lets you monitor temperatures, set timers, and receive high temp warnings. Boop, boop. All from your smartphone with temperature probes and LCD display. You'll always know exactly what's happening inside your grill. Napoleon's LED control knobs even illuminate for nighttime entertaining and feature safety glow. Napoleon Grills, simply the best.
Summer's flying by, and that back-to-school checklist, it's growing fast. New backpack? Check. School supplies? Check. Dentist appointment? Let's fix that. Kids Care Dental and Orthodontics is making it easy to cross dental checkups off your summer list fast with priority scheduling for new patients and kid-friendly care that makes them smile. It's one less thing to worry about before fall. Call now or book online at kidscaredental.com. That's kidscaredental.com because healthy smiles should be the easiest thing to check off your summer list.
The only station in Sacramento giving you local sports coverage from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. Sacktown Sports.
Just about half an hour away from the start of the Major League Baseball Home Run Derby. Jay's got Jazz Chisholm. I got Matt Olson and Kyle Draper coming to us from Vegas today. Going Cal Raleigh, right, Drapes?
Yeah, the big dumper, right? Yep.
Is he not with us at this time? Yeah. Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah.
Hello, you got me?
Yeah, we got you. Cal Raleigh.
Yeah, the big dumper, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Going with him tonight.
Mm-hmm.
What time that start? 5 o'clock?
Yeah, I think he gets rolling at 5 o'clock. Sure. So, and then it goes on and on and on. It just keeps going.
Right.
The thing just keeps going. Look, there's another home run. It's fun. It's fun for a while. Just gets a little it just gets a little repetitive to me, but it's still the All-Star game. And what's not to like about the baseball All-Star game? Okay.
I mean, come on. Is it the same, fellas?
It's not.
I don't know.
All-Star games aren't. All-Star games just aren't. Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right. I'm just making sure. I didn't want to hate on baseball or anything like that, but it doesn't. And maybe it's because I'm in the market and the job I'm in. I'm not checking for it, Whitey.
Yeah.
I'm watching Kings Summer League tonight.
Yes.
I'm watching that tonight instead of a home run derby.
I will watch some of the All-Star game. I still like the All-Star game, but it's not so much baseball. Drapes, it's just All-Star games are just not what they used to be, period. I think everybody knows that's not even a thing anymore because everybody just knows it.
Why do you think that is? Is it guys not trying? Is it too many other options? Like, as a kid growing up, we were tuned in, man. We were locked into these All-Star games.
I think free agency in sports has made it less of a big deal when you've got the best players all in one game. You get that all the time now when the best teams play and the players, they're making so much money. They just realize this game it really doesn't matter. And if it doesn't matter to them, it's not going to matter to us. That's just the way it is.
Right. You know what it's like? And I don't know if you've ever been an awards person, like the Oscars or the Tonys.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like even those have lost some of its luster. The Emmys. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, getting older or something, but it's almost like, it's to celebrate yourself, and like it's, and from the outside, it's like, all right, it's great. Now let's get back to the real games that matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You mentioned the Tonys. Have you ever actually watched I've never watched the Tonys.
I've never watched it, but it used to be big back in the day, though, right?
I don't know.
Big back in the day, man. It's but yeah, I don't check for the award shows. I may watch the red carpets.
Yeah.
See what the fits are looking like, something like that. But I'm not into award shows either anymore.
The Academy
old, man.
Yeah, the Academy Awards is just it's the movies so often are like I have no idea what any of the movies are. So that's a different dang deal.
I don't even watch like American Music Awards, BET Awards, Jay. I'm not checking for any of that now.
What about the ESPYs? You a big ESPYs fan?
I think I've watched like 1 minute of the first ESPY ever, and that's about it. Like that's usually a day. All right, let me hang with the fam. Let me go kayaking with the kids.
Right.
That's one of those days where you just unplug, tune out, because ain't nothing on TV that night.
Right. Well, we're kind of in that slow period where, waiting for football. And that's one of the reasons why ESPN has this list. Back to this list, which I've been putting off. This terrible, terrible list.
Big, beautiful list.
Jeremy Fowler wrote the piece today, but ESPN surveyed executives, coaches, and scouts The type of people that are supposed to know better, Jay, than to put together a list like this.
Those are normally the ones who don't, but go ahead. Yeah.
Listen,
We got the top 10 players at 11 positions, and they start with quarterback. So here's what they have. Again, this is coaches, executives, and scouts. Number 1, of course, Patrick Mahomes. Mm-hmm. Number 2,
Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen.
Josh Allen.
All right.
Sure. Number 3 is, you're not going to like it, Jay, but number 3 is Joe Burrow. And number 4, you already mentioned him.
Lamar Jackson.
There you go.
Joe Burrow.
So far, we're like, yeah, okay, right. Nothing to see here. All right, that's pretty good. Number 5. Is he a top 5 quarterback already?
Yeah, it's a little premature.
Oh, my guy from Washington.
Jaden Daniels.
Yeah.
A little premature.
Yeah, that is. Got to do it more than once.
Mm-hmm. Last year's ranking, not eligible. This year's ranking, 5.
Yeah, I don't know. Wow. I mean, he's good. He's good, but we got to see it more than once.
The way they did this, they had all the people in the survey, and they all did this. They all ranked 1 to 10. It's kind of like, I think, the way you did our Kings top 40 players. Yeah. So the lowest rating for him was
10.
Let me see. Yeah. Lowest ranking was 10. But anyway, he's number 5. And you think that's a little premature, huh, Drapes?
Yeah, a little premature. Like Jay said, you got to do it more than 1 year. Now everybody's checking for you. You know, everybody's going to be locked in when they faced you. You know, his highest ranking was 5, which I thought was interesting because, you know, they had his highest one was 5. That means to me, the other guys behind him, they might have been 12, 13. Like, how come, you know, because he was ranked in between 5 and 10. You know, as we continue down to Matthew Stafford, his highest ranking 4, lowest ranking unranked.
Yeah. Matthew Stafford, who was 5th in this list last year, is number 6, Jay.
He's about right. Stafford's still gunslinging, especially with A-Rod's dropping out. You know, there's some OGs that's starting to slide and retire and stuff. Like, Stafford is a quarterback. Man, he's a Super Bowl winner. He's taken his team to multiple playoffs. He took the damn Detroit Lions to the playoffs.
Why does he remain so high in the rankings? One coordinator said of Matt Stafford, because he's tough as bleep, Jay.
Yeah, he is. He is, fellas. I'm going to tell you right now, before you even move any damn further, if Geno Smith is on this top 10,
Who else?
If Geno Smith is on this top 10, if Aaron Rodgers is on this top 10, I could see Stroud's going to probably be around there. You might hear Jared Goff. Wouldn't be surprised to see Kyler Murray.
We're all the way down to 7 now, so we don't
have
to
7. He better not, Geno Smith better not be on this list.
Number 7.
Oh my gosh.
Not known for his toughness necessarily. Justin Herbert.
All right, we'll keep it cooking. Go ahead.
All right, Jay. Whitey, we got to dive deeper into this.
Okay.
His lowest ranking, unranked.
Not ranked.
His highest ranking, Jay, 3.
Man.
Some scout executive or coach had him 3rd.
Had him 3rd.
Damn.
And others had him unranked.
Ranked.
That should trigger a mandatory drug test. Am I right?
Seriously, right? Seriously.
You know, he's one of them guys that and I'm speaking for scouts because we've heard him. He's got all the tools. He fits the prototypical quarterback. He's got the big arm. He's tough. Like every cliche you can say, I think we've heard about Justin Herbert. The one thing we haven't really seen, though, is win. You haven't done much. You haven't really done anything when it comes to postseason.
0-2 playoff record.
Yeah. And I'm also say this, and me and Drapes have talked about this before. At some point in time, as much as we're going to call out Josh Allen, I can call out Joe Burrow, Lamar, guys like that. You haven't done anything.
Right.
Anything. Like literally nothing beside make a couple of wild card appearances. We got to start to take that into account.
No playoff win. Like even at least Joe Burrow been there before.
Yes.
You know what I mean? He beat Patrick Mahomes before.
Right.
What's Justin Herbert's calling card? He looks the part.
He does, man. He can throw it across the field. The arm has super zip. Amazing.
So the top 7 here, you got Mahomes, Allen and Burrow. Again, this is according to scouts, executives, and coaches. 4, Lamar Jackson. 5, Jaden Daniels. 6, Stafford. 7, Justin Herbert. Where is Brock Purdy? Is he on the list? We'll wrap the list up. We'll get 8 through 10 in the honorable mentions. If Geno Smith is on the list, though, we can't continue.
Yeah, it's over with. That list is done
with it. So
but Geno Smith better not be on this list, fellas.
We will wrap it up when we come right back to Sacktown Sports.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by the Roseville Auto Mall.
I'm meteorologist Heather Waldman in the KCRA3 Weather Center. Delta breeze will be noticeable throughout the day on Tuesday, and that's going to keep the day much more comfortable. Morning temperatures in the upper 50s, afternoon highs near 90. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA News and the KCRA app.
The Roseville Auto Mall is Northern California's ultimate destination when looking for your next vehicle. Find the largest selection with 20 top brands. And right now, save big on the perfect vehicle for your summer fun during our summertime savings event. The Roseville Auto Mall. Driven to be the best.
Some things can steal your sunshine. Ugh, I just got my hair done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken. Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
I just took a COVID test. Ugh.
Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
What was that? That is business phone bliss with the Ooma Cloud Phone System. It handles all our voice, video, and messaging needs.
You sound very
calm. I am. Ooma has everything I need to run my business more efficiently, like virtual receptionist, call routing, and video conferencing. And it starts at just $19.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Ooma.
Nice. Find your business calm at ooma.com/radio.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here. Based on analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
Carmichael Dave here for my friends at American Energy Heating and Air. Yes, I always tell you they are a family-owned operation, been in business since 81, A-plus Better Business Bureau, but it is hot. We are in those Sacramento hot months. I want to focus on them being your second opinion partner. What does that mean? Maybe you've got somebody you're working with or you've worked with in the past in the HVAC world. Guess what? They want to give you a second opinion. How much does it cost? Nothing. You call them up and say, hey, can I get a second opinion on this deal? They come out and they either say, wow, that's a great deal. You should feel better about that. Or they say, we can beat that price. And usually they're going to beat it by a lot. Guess what? You just saved money and it didn't cost you anything to find out. It's a no-lose situation. Go with a trusted company. American Energy, 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. Jingle singers, take it away.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
Fargo, your virtual assistant from Wells Fargo, makes banking faster and easier. Like this.
Fargo, what did I spend on groceries last month?
And this.
Fargo, turn off my debit card.
And this.
Fargo, what's my checking account routing number?
And that's just the beginning. Do you, Fargo? You can in the Wells Fargo mobile app. Learn more at wellsfargo.com/getfargo.
Fargo is only available on the smartphone versions of the Wells Fargo mobile app. Wells Fargo Bank N.A. member FDIC.
Get ready for a night out with Jordan Davis. It's Country in the Park 2, Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo. Along with the special guests Mitchell Tenpenny, Low Cash,
Vincent Mason, and Averyana. Make it a family day out with food trucks, games, dancing, and more. Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo.
Sponsored by Trex Racing Canes, Chicken Fingers, and Naturewood Home Furnishings. Tickets at catpfest.com.
July 4th savings explode at Madas Help Grow Chevy. Save $10,750 off MSRP after rebates. Every new 2025 Silverado half-ton LT and RST 5.3 in stock.
Madas Chevy has similar savings on every new Silverado. One of the largest selections in the Sacramento area.
$10,750 off new Silverado. Exclusively at the Madas Chevy Silverado Supercenter. Now that's big, huge. See them all at MadasChevy.com. Together, let's drive.
Rated 2011 or newer. Not available with special financing, lease, and some other offers.
The Drive Guys powering your afternoons Monday through Friday on Sacktown Sports.
Well, we'll have to get back to the quarterback list, which we're looking forward to doing because Kyle Draper has, when you're Kyle Draper, this just happens. He has a special guest with him from Vegas. Who you got with us, Drapes? Looks like a familiar face once again.
Looks like you got me there. Yeah, I'm just getting set up here.
Yeah.
You got High Flyer. You good, High Flyer? Can we hear you?
Yeah. Mic check. 1 2 1 2.
He in the booth right now. He about to cut his
knows
demo.
he's on the air.
We on High Flyer. We on the air right now.
You know what? I'm right where I belong. Whitey, I stay in the back seat, baby. I told you. I'm always in the back seat with the Drive Guys.
Man, he just showed up out of nowhere, man. He just came creeping around the corner. I'm like, all right, High Flyer, I see you.
Please, I be talking again.
Yeah, I want to ride too.
Yeah, hey, I'm gonna have to get Chris Mannix on too. After you, we're gonna get Chris Mannix on after this. So, what's up with you, man? You been here all? You enjoying yourself?
Loving it, man. Loving it. Getting a chance to see this new talent that they're pushing out. I'm liking what I'm seeing, man. What a difference a day make for Devin Carter.
Yeah. What happened game one? You think with him? What did you see from game one to game two?
I honestly think game one he was just trying to do too much. This was his first time here. I understand. He was hurt last year. He didn't get a chance to come out here. He didn't get a chance to showcase. He got threw right into the fire in the middle of the season. But then, I honestly think that he was looking at a situation to where this was his team. He had to come out and show what he can do. And I think he just tried to push a little bit too much that first game. I watched Anthony Carter sit on the sideline and just look. And just check him out and look and look. And then I talked to AC right after the game. He was like, I'm going to calm him down. I'm going to calm him down. And he came out in the second game, and he looked like a different guy.
Yep.
I have two questions for you, High Flyer, about Devin Carter. Do you think it's possible that, one, that he's more of a lead guard? If he's playing point, he's not really a distributor. That's just not the way he plays. That's okay. But, he's not that pure point guard. He's more of a lead guard. And then two, I mean, let's be honest. The shot, do you think it's repeatable at the NBA level against NBA competition?
I will say this. He's definitely a shot-first guard. He's looking to score.
Mm-hmm.
He's not a guy that's looking to straight facilitate the offense. Those are two total different point guards. He's more of an Allen Iverson and less of a Chris Paul.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one thing. As far as his shot goes, after us having Kevin Martin, after us having Tyrese Halliburton, I don't question anybody's shot anymore. We just see some guys with horrible looking shots get them off. But I think the main thing for him is, the Kings definitely need a facilitator. They need a distributor. They need a guy to run the offense down. Can he be that guy? I think that's going to be his biggest hurdle.
Right. As a ball player, is that something that can be taught, learned, or do you have to innately have that from years of playing that? Can you learn that at this level?
At this level, you can, but most guys that when you're in the league right now, it's in you. It's in you. Like when Tyrese Halliburton first came to us, we knew he was a facilitator as soon as he stepped on the floor.
Right.
I mentioned Chris Paul. When Chris Paul stepped on the floor, you knew he was finding guys, making guys better. Two of my best friends, Brian Shaw, Jason Kidd and Gary Payton, you knew what type of point guards they were. If you got out on the wing, they were going to find you. It can be learned, but I think at this state of the game, you got to stay with what got you here.
Mm-hmm. Flyer, do Do you see anything as you watch Maxime Reynaud? There's a reason why he fell to 42nd. I don't know what it is. Have you seen anything? And looks like he has a bright future. He's going to be a good player here. Can you see anything that leads you to say, oh, well, it was because is he a little slower? He doesn't defend. Why do you think he dropped as far as he did?
Watching Big Max, that boggles the mind. Because we sat up and watched him, and me and KD our knees should be sore because we're knocking each other on the knee every time that young man gets the ball in the paint and he makes a move. His footwork is very fluent. He scores with both hands. He will take the ball and pull up a three if his feet are set. And he's 7'1", but he slides very good on the defensive end. The one thing, if I really have to say, okay, give him a negative, maybe the actual size. He's a little in the Chet Holmgren situation when you talk about, the girth of him, but look at Chet, look at Wemby. Neither one of those guys are massive, and they're being able to be very productive in this league. So, you know what? He slid. I'm glad he slid right into Sacramento.
Yeah. When you talk about Max and Neek, and I want to get your take on Neek here too, are they contributors day one on the squad, do you think?
For what we have, they're going to have to be, KD, because this is a basketball team that's really going to have to get it done by committee. They're going to have to get it done through the draft. They're going to have to get it done with young players. They're going to have to develop guys out there. You mentioned Nick Clifford. Love the young man. Love the young man, 6'6", 6'7". He's long. He's lean. I like his basketball IQ. That has really stood out with me when I watched him out there on the floor. He just isn't an AAU guy and a college guy that comes down and runs to the corner and look for three-point shots like today's players do. He really thinks and pick and choose his spots. It's been situations to where it's been driving kicks. He could have easily stood at the three-point line and caught and wait to shoot. But instead, he got to the basket, and dunked the basketball to make sure that he got to play.
Henry, we know that Devin Carter, when he came out of Providence, had a reputation as a great rebounder for a guard. And Nick Clifford also has a reputation to be a really good rebounder. I remember Harold Presley, who has a birthday today, by the way. Happy birthday, Harold Presley. Harold Presley just told me, you got to have somebody that just goes and gets the ball. You've done it professionally. What is it to your eye that makes these guys such good rebounders for, smaller players?
I played in the era of the great Dennis Rodman. Guy, 6'9", wasn't the biggest guy, wasn't the tallest guy, wasn't the strongest guy, but was a rebounding machine. And I watched him go by his way, and I finally understood. I'm like, how does Dennis Rodman get all of these rebounds? You just have to go after him, Whitey. You have to be in there. You have to be in the scrum. And especially when you're a guard, you could really come up with, because if you're a big guy down there, 9 times out of 10, you're blocking out your guy, you're jockeying, you guys are locking arms and everything. When you're a guard, you can go in there and get a lot of rebounds, because most guards don't go in and rebound.
Yeah. Got the high flyer here on the drive, guys. High flyer, there's been some chatter on social media, some fans, hey, we need to just let the young players roll during the regular season, build around these guys, the Max, the Nick Clifford, Devin Carter. They're our core going forward. Well, how do you feel about that? I'll tell you my take here. I felt it was disrespectful to DeMar and the Zach and the Domas and the veterans on this team. What did you think, man?
I'm 50-50 with it because from a veteran standpoint, I understand, because you're like, hey, I'm here. I'm trying to help this organization win. I'm giving everything that I have on the basketball floor, and things like that. But I do understand on the business side of it, because we talked about it. They have to cultivate young talent. And we've seen teams, when you talk about retool, almost every small market has retooled. Houston did it. OKC did it. Portland is doing it. Utah's in the midst of it right now. Small market teams, you have to retool and you have to go out and get it done with young players. Now, I'm not saying get rid of everybody in this tank. No, but this is going to be a certain situation to where, DeMar's going to get a little older. Same thing with Domas and all the other veterans we have. They're going to get older. And then what you're going to do? You're going to have to be able to look at some young guys and say, hey, you guys are our next core. Be ready to step up.
High flyer, what do you think of this? One of the things that I've been impressed with is, I know it's only 2 summer league games, but I think Nee Clifford, Devin Carter, and Reynaud, and some of the other players, they've shown how high their basketball IQs are because we've seen some nice two-man stuff. We've seen the team has played with a lot of continuity considering that they barely know each other. Am I imagining that, or do you see some of that as well?
I don't know about 2-on-2. Like I said, I've been looking more as far as just individual stuff, because when I was grading Devin Carter, it was more on his individual play.
Mm-hmm.
It was more on how he got down to the basket. It was more about how he drove, more about how his shot looks, more about how he's scoring. Like I said, he wasn't a facilitator. He still hasn't been a big time assist guy. And when I watch Neek, I'm looking more so of, how does he look out there? Does he has the deer in the headlight look? Do he belong? So one-on-one things, I really haven't seen them like too much in a team concept. The offense is very simplistic. And, Big Max has done most of his damage and looked the most impressive as they throw the ball in him to the post.
Right. High Flyer, they made the trade for Sarge official. We got Eubanks. We may be done this offseason. What's your grade? Like, what are you thinking about, where we sell? Don't get yourself in trouble, big fella. Don't get yourself in trouble.
No, I'm not. I mean, but KD, I do call it the way I see it. It makes you want to think where in what direction is the organization headed? Because we always talking about, okay, are they in developmental mode, or are they still trying to push to make, push for the playoffs and the play in? Where is the team? Where's the organization's head at? Right now, you really don't see anybody on a roster where you say, okay, this guy's going to come in and turn this around.
Schroeder ain't making this better.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I say the guy that's going to come in and turn this thing around. Okay. Put it this way: we've got Schroeder. He's the guy that's going to help. But let's say if they had went out and got a Chris Paul, you'd have been like, whoa, CP might be able to turn this thing around. Let's say if they would have went out and got a Jonathan Kuminga and brought him in, you'd have been like, oh, okay, maybe we can turn this thing around and make a push, move a couple of guys around. We still haven't got that impactful guy. Okay, we got Sarge. Sarge is a stretch forward. He ain't played all last year. Don't know where he's at. Don't know how healthy he is. Right. Don't know what he can bring for you. And then we let Valanciunas go. And I thought Valanciunas was very serviceable. Yeah. We let him go. We bring in Eubanks. That's kind of like big for big exchange. So did we get better? I don't know. Did we get worse? I don't know. It's one big change for another. Right. Like I said, our main acquisition has been Dennis. And you say, okay, well, he was our number one guy. Well, did he make us better? He'll be a serviceable guy.
Mm-hmm. Henry, we got a break here, but I don't know if you can stick around. We'd love to have you stick
around.
Ain't
got nothing else going on, Whitey. He ain't got nothing. He's
trying to be nice.
Searching for some airtime.
See how your big brother did you.
Yeah. More with the High Flyer from Vegas with the Drive Guys coming up on Sacktown Sports.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey everyone, it's Kyle Draper here. If you're in the market for a new car, let me tell you about my experience with Mercedes-Benz of Stockton. From the moment I walked into their state-of-the-art showroom, I knew I was making the right choice. There was no pressure from the sales staff, and if I'm being honest, I felt like a kid in a candy store. I settled on the all-electric EQS SUV, and let me tell you why. First of all, the comfort. After a long day at work, I actually look forward to being in my car. It has several different massage settings, including my favorite, hot relaxing back. Plus, the seat heating and cooling features are perfect for the hot summer or those chilly mornings. Mercedes-Benz has the reputation of making the finest cars in the world. Now it's your turn to experience what I already know. Mercedes-Benz of Stockton is the best car buying experience you'll ever have. They're just a short drive down I-5, or you can shop online anytime at mbfstockton.com. That's mbfstockton.com, and tell them Drapes sent you.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just one cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here. Based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
The Giant Summer Sale is here. Get giant savings on our giant selection only at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Looking to own or lease? Save during the Honda Summer Event and drive a brand new Accord or Civic. See all our specials at FolsomLakeHonda.com.
As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Folsom Lake Honda.
Go to FolsomLakeHonda.com.
Your one-stop Honda shop.
Did you know about 1/3 of our lives is spent sleeping? Hi, this is Franklin Rosa with a word about Naturewood Home Furnishings. If we're going to spend that much time in our bedrooms, then our bedrooms ought to reflect our personalities. I remember many weekend mornings when our kids would jump into our beds trying to coax us to start our days more on their schedules than ours. Naturewood Home Furnishings' huge bedroom sale is here, and there's no better time to find the perfect accent piece for your bedroom, or even better, to start fresh by designing your bedroom to fit your lifestyle. From a new mattress and foundation to dressers to nightstands to lamps and more. Naturewood Home Furnishings will help you create a space from simple to luxurious and anything in between. Just drop by and let Naturewood's team help you envision a bedroom fit for 1/3 of your life. Visit Naturewood Home Furnishings right now for this remarkable bedroom sale. Off Highway 50 at Hazel, look for the water wheel.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Summer's flying by, and that back-to-school checklist, it's growing fast. New backpack? Check. School supplies? Check. Dentist appointment? Let's fix that. Kids Care Dental and Orthodontics is making it easy to cross dental checkups off your summer list fast, with priority scheduling for new patients and kid-friendly care that makes them smile. It's one less thing to worry about before fall. Call now or book online at kidscaredental.com. That's kidscaredental.com, because healthy smiles should be the easiest thing to check off your summer list.
KHD 1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sacktown Sports 1140.
Live and local, it's the Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sacktown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sacktown Sports app.
The Kings continue their run through the Summer League tonight, taking on the Suns. So let's go to Vegas. Kyle Draper has the High Flyer getting ready for the game tonight. What's up, Drapes? What's up, High Flyer?
Yep. No, we feeling good, man. We got an hour left in this show. You know, about to go up and watch some basketball. I'm fired up.
The boys are 2-0, looking real good.
Yeah.
Straight blew out the Chicago Bulls the last game.
Mm-hmm.
Just made them look more
Handle
like
their
Cavs than
business.
anything else. So yeah, man. I mean, it's all good here. I mean, besides it being 112 outside,
Dude, it is no joke outside. I flew back last night, came back. We landed at about 12:15. It was still like 101 at 12:15 a.m.
Yeah.
I was like, dang, ain't this a mother?
Man, I went downstairs yesterday about, let's say about 9:45 in the morning. got in the pool, man. You know,
Oh, did you?
try to
Okay.
because you know our pool seems kind of like nice at the hotel.
It is nice. It is nice. We got like 10 pools out there.
Went down and got into the pool, man. Felt like I was in hot dog water, KD. It felt like hot dog water.
You've been going to summer leagues since the Rocky Mountain Review, and I know they didn't have cell phones there, but in all your time, have you ever dropped your phone in the pool at summer league?
You know what? That is a serious turnover right there.
I fumbled out,
Whitey. That's a first class turnover with 2 seconds left on the shot clock, and y'all down by 1.
Dude, it kind of ruined the trip, man. Because Saturday was my last night without my young fella.
Right.
Last night to get out, see the sights, if you will.
Yeah.
Instead, I'm at the Apple store for 2 hours, AT&T store.
Yeah, because I know you jetted out and left us here.
I had to, because I had to bounce. I had the 7:45 appointment, man. Still there. I finally got the phone fixed today, but I got my young fella in town, so I'm gonna just be laying low.
Yeah, man. And I texted him this morning, right? Hey, man, You get that famous text when somebody lose their phone. Who did?
I thought it was Jay texted at first. I was like, I thought it was Jay, but let me ask you all this, because you guys are all fathers. You got kids. Nick is 16 now.
Yeah.
What's the appropriate age to leave him alone in a hotel room in Vegas so dad can move and groove a little bit? That's tough.
It's hard when you
I'm
say.
not talking going out. No, going downstairs.
No, I'm saying
taking part in the activities.
I know what you're saying, but here's the thing: when you talk about leave him and you go out, you think about it. Okay, if I'm in Sacramento, I leave him at the house. He's at the house.
Right.
He's 16. He's
I
good.
can do that.
He's good. He's 16.
Exactly.
You in Vegas?
He's going nowhere. He's gonna be in the hotel room playing Roblox on his iPad or something like that.
I don't know, man. You might get down walking. hey, you might be walking around. Catch you walking by the crap table. Talk about put 2 on number 10.
What would Jay? You got daughter? Whitey, you got daughter? Like what? He's 16. Now
it's up to him.
Like 10 o'clock.
If he said, yeah, that's great, I'll do it. Then I wouldn't worry about it. But if he's like, I was like, oh, really, Dad? To me, that's what it hinges on. He ain't gonna get in trouble.
I'm just talking like an hour or something. I
know.
Go downstairs for an hour.
Hey, I understand, but my son. I know my son. If I'm telling him, hey, you know what? I'm going to go down. I'm going to hang out with the fellas for a little while. My son is on his IG saying, yeah, Dad, go ahead, brother. What time you leaving in there? What time you coming back? Knock on the door before you come.
Oh, that's messed up. That's messed up, man.
I'm just kidding.
See, I got worried. Nick ain't doing that, Jay.
Yeah, I mean, obviously he's old enough that you can move and groove and leave him by himself. You said the magic words, Vegas.
Yeah.
It just depends. It just truly depends. I mean, Nick's a great young man. So I think you have some wiggle room. Hey, listen, maybe you test it. I'm going to slide on down, see what the fella's doing. Then maybe about 45 minutes to an hour, you bounce up to see what his movement is. And then you can kind of extend the leash, so to say, a little further.
Hey, Jay, this is what you do.
If I was me 16, I said, go ahead, Dad, take all the time. All the time you need.
Here's the lay of the law. Because see, when you come down out the elevator, you got to walk down through this little this little alleyway before you can get out into the casino. Go ahead and jet out. First 30 minutes, just sit down. Your first 30 minutes, just sit down there and see if he come down and be like, oh, Dad, I was going to get a drink.
Going to the shop down there and give me ice cream.
Right. Okay, all right. Yeah, I'm going to feel him out. Because, he might be tired like 10:30, 11. How you feeling? Oh, I'm a little tired. All right, bet. I'm going to run downstairs. I'll be back in an hour. Okay, Dad. Love you. Bam. Your boy's out.
But the one thing about your kid is that he's been around the glitz and glamour, though.
Yeah, he know how to move. He up there by himself doing this thing.
He up there by himself. He good.
Yeah.
So he done been around the glitz and glamour. So it's not nothing that's going to really pull him to the next level.
Right.
Like, I've been there. I just seen you over at the Thomas and Mack. Ain't nothing new right there.
Although we came in at 1 a.m., we got to the hotel about 1 a.m., walking through the casino area. Guess who out there playing cards? Him and his bodyguard, I think. And my son lost it. He lost it, yo.
Oh.
Allen Iverson.
AI
was at the tables. Nick's like, that's Allen Iverson, Dad. I'm like, yeah, calm down, young fella. You got to play it cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they got a little celebration. AI is doing a celebration here this weekend.
That's what I heard.
Yeah,
like a poker tournament, right?
Right, in the hotel.
Okay. Yeah, AI was out there, so he was
like a hangover situation with Nick and Allen Iverson.
You're
parents and some Kings fans.
Oh man, I don't need that, bro. Not the way AI be getting it in. I don't need that.
I don't know, man. Nick might come up. Nick might have a handful of hundreds. I'm like, yeah, Dad. I was lucky. I hit him good.
Oh man.
How based on 2 games, how do we really know anything? The Kings guys, they've played well. The young guys, there's no question. They've played well, but we haven't even seen Maxime Reynaud play against a legitimate center. So how much really do we know? How encouraged can we really be realistically after just 2 games of Summer League?
Well, for the young fellas, you can be encouraged because you see what they can bring. We understand it's a whole nother level once you step on the floor with all the other veterans and all-stars at the NBA. But when you see your guys play at another level over their counterparts out there, you feel good because all these guys come through the draft. Cooper Flagg's been out there, right? Mm-hmm. And let's keep it 100. Cooper Flagg's numbers don't jump off the charts. That first game, he struggled. He shot 5 for 21.
Yeah.
Anybody could have done that, and that's the number 1 pick. So when you see our players giving decent numbers, winning games, and playing good, productive basketball out there, it gives you something to say. Okay, all right. We gonna be all right.
We see a number of guys being shut down. Cooper Flagg not playing. Are you of the belief, and no Max, no Reynaud tonight? Big fella's out with a wrist. How much are you playing these guys here? Because I was talking to Alvin Gentry. He said we playing 4 games in 6 nights. A lot of these guys ain't used to that.
Right.
Like, is it something where all right, get your feet wet and then shut them down? How are you feeling?
This game here tonight is a late game at 7. You know what I want to see? I want to see an IJ game.
Yeah.
I want to see
He's
an IJ
okay,
game.
But
right. What I'm saying is I want to see an IJ game. I want to see a game because, like, Devin had his.
Yep.
Game against Chicago. Devin played what? I mean, he almost played the whole game.
Yeah, he was out there.
He played a lot. And he played well, so deservingly so. But I want to see an IJ game to where the focus is on him. Give him the ball to see what he can do down there. Let him cook. Let's see how well this guy can do. Let's see if he can really just hold down a summer league team. Because if IJ can make that next step, he's that other big guy we're looking for to say, okay, can he give Sabonis a 5, 6, 7, 10-minute rest? Or can he come in and play a combo with Sabonis to where you can have one at the 5 and one at the 4?
Mm-hmm.
Because we're still looking at that position saying we can use a little more from that position.
Drapes, how does it make you feel to consider that Cooper Flagg is 2 years older than Nick?
It's ridiculous.
It is, huh?
And I turned to Nick. I'm like, you see Cooper Flagg's birthday, right? What you doing? You know what I mean? Right? This dude got NIL deals. He on New Balance commercial dribbling. No, I'm joking. Nick is doing fine. He's doing all right. But it's crazy, man. And we were talking about this during the draft. Remember? Looking at these guys and how young they are.
Yeah.
How, these are literally, I could be their dad right now.
Right.
It's crazy, man. These young kids out here, get millions and hooping stars.
And you look at your kid, and you're like, son, where did I go wrong?
And I know, you know what I do tell Nick though? I'd be like, you better work on that left hand. You better work on that jump shot. I'll be joking, obviously. I'm joking, but
let's keep it 100. You be 50-50.
I be 50-50.
Yeah. Because some of that you be like, yeah, man, I'm serious. But you don't want to put that pressure, especially for me. Mm-hmm. For me, I didn't want to put that pressure on my son because see, I made it and I done that.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to put the pressure on my son for him to be me because, son, you're not me. You know what? You find your own lane, and especially in today's game, Whitey, to where young people are being so successful using this internet. They got so many more tools and lanes and avenues and branches to where they can go out and be successful without sports, without entertainment. There's so many things they can do.
Yeah. It's the high flyer and Kyle Draper. They're in Vegas. Jay and I back in the studios. You said something really interesting before we went to break there, High Flyer. You're talking about Jonathan Kuminga, and I don't know what's going to happen. It looks like, the way Drapes put it last week, it's like, well, the Kings can't put that to bed yet, but it's napping on the couch. So we don't know if anything's going to happen. But the idea in general of Kuminga on this team, you really like that idea, huh?
Yeah, I like the style that Kuminga plays. I understand where Golden State can look at him and say, okay, he's expendable. But I go back to this, Whitey, the last game that Golden State played and Steph was out.
Mm-hmm.
So they needed some extra punch. And for some reason, nobody from Golden State could muster up anything. Jonathan Kuminga was the only one who was able to take that ball and say, give me the ball, I can get my own. I can go get it myself. And he had a hell of a game. And I'm like, this is a dude that whenever you can say, get on my back, fellas, it's not too many guys that come through the league that can say, get on my back, fellas, I'm gonna find a way. So I think he's going to be a special guy in this league if he can get to the right situation.
Is Sacramento the right situation when you got DeMar, Zach, something like that? Like, is he the kind of guy you attempt to build around in hopes that does he have that upside where you're all right, we're going to blow it up. We're going to move some of our veterans. You're our guy we're building around.
I'll tell you what, number one, he's young enough. Number two, he's at that 4 position to where you can definitely say, Jonathan, this is your position, and move Keegan to 3. Because I've always said the 3 spot is where Keegan needs to live and be at. So I think that would be a good, Batman Robin combo when you talk about the front court for the Sacramento Kings, whether you do something with Sabonis or not. And then, you have Zach there. And I think that would be a very nice combination to have. Think about it. You got Zach 6'7", 6'8". You would have Keegan 6'9", 6'10". You have Kuminga 6'9", and all of them are long and lean. So hopefully defensively, that would definitely take you to another level just on size alone. And then you got guys who can pretty much get their own shot. I think a lot of times, we had to depend on Debo to get his own shot. And the way Debo gets his, the offense got a lot stagnant. So I think it would definitely change the dynamic of how the Sacramento Kings play. But then there comes another question. Are we still going to try to be that up and down road runner type team? Or are we going to try to be a more methodical, work it out, run plays type team?
So you think, Henry, and nobody knows, I know, no one knows for sure, but you think Kuminga could be a centerpiece if the Kings were able to acquire him? He's got enough upside where he could become like your best player in the next few years going forward. He could be the guy that you build around.
Ooh. I think this, Whitey, if you would look at our roster and say, okay, we're going to tear it down and then bring in all new with the young core. Yeah, I think he could be that centerpiece. If you just bring him in with the current roster we have here, he would be a big piece. He wouldn't be the centerpiece.
I got you.
I still think Domas has enough in his tank to where he's going to be a huge part. And then it's going to all fall on Zach about how vocal, how much of a leader he wants to be. We're still trying to find that leader on this basketball team. The guy that's going to say, hey, I'm him. I'm him. I'm number 1 option. He's number 2. We still haven't seen that out of our players on the floor.
Could it be DeMar? And let me ask you this, because I said this earlier. DeMar's flying in. I'm told he's going to take the squad out for dinner tomorrow.
Okay.
So he's trying to organize, get everybody together kind of thing. Do we need a DeMar, a Zach, a Domas, to be that leader?
Yes. It's going to have to be one of those guys or a combination of those guys. I didn't know DeMar was still coming in like that because, up until now, when you start talking about movement for the Sacramento Kings, DeMar DeRozan was the first name talked about.
Yeah.
So I was kind of looking at this situation saying, if you would go out and get a Jonathan Kuminga type, that would mean that you're moving on from DeMar, and he wouldn't be at the access to be the leader. It would either be Sabonis or Zach. Which one of those guys are going to step up? But the one thing though that really throws the curveball that makes me say, okay, how is this going to work? Because we still have Malik Monk.
Yeah.
And he's the alpha. And now we got Dennis Schroeder. Is he an alpha?
Yeah. Hey,
is he an alpha guy? Is he a guy that's going to say, "Hey, fellas, follow me, follow my lead"? Because see, I don't know him like that.
He's going to be the quarterback, though, right? I mean, he's going to run the offense theoretically.
Not just run the offense, Whitey. I'm not talking about being a facilitator. I'm talking about saying, I'm the guy that's going to help. That's going to change what we got going out there. Follow my lead.
But that's hard though. A new guy coming in.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Who's going to be that guy? And that's why I go back to saying Domas and Zach. Because think about it. When Zach first got here, he wasn't hollering about, I'm the guy, follow my lead. He was like, okay, I'm the guy that came in that changed the change for De'Aaron.
Yeah.
Let me see how I can fit. Well, okay, we've done that. Now we're going to need the guy to step up and say, hey, follow me. We're going to get this done.
How much of that, though, is on the coaching staff and saying, no, this is our guy. We running things through him. He's getting the touches. He's getting the 20 shots a night.
A lot of that, KD. But look at that goes back to my other question. I said, what type of team are we going to be? Because when you have a high-octane offense, read and react, anybody can cut, anybody can shoot, anybody can go anywhere they want, it's hard to say he's the guy, get the ball to him.
But Henry,
yes.
I was just going to say, and this is neither here nor there, but as you talk about that, Kings being up-tempo, we've been hearing since Mike was here, we're up-tempo, we push it.
Right.
And they haven't, right? They talk about it more than they've actually done it, haven't they?
Hey, I'm with you. I'm with you 100% on that. And I'm not going to say that it's a bad thing, but I always looked at how the Sacramento Kings ran their offense, how they got into their offense. And it's kind of hard to be that up and down team when your center is bringing the ball up court.
Yep.
Right. And then now let's look at the bright side of that. If you have your center bringing the ball up the floor, your guards got to get out and go. And now you have an outside-oriented fast break because your center is bringing the ball up court. You have nothing diving to the basket. That's why I always thought that if Sabonis was getting up off that ball, I want him to be the one that's receiving that ball
down the middle.
Yes, that's receiving that ball at that free throw line and going to score. We got a whole bunch of guys who can flip to the corner.
Right.
Yeah. Run the floor, big fella.
And we going to feed you. Instead of big fella run the floor and kick it out for three. Because what happens when those threes don't drop? We've seen a whole lot of that.
Yeah. High Flyer joining us. How much time do you give this group to start the season before you say, okay, it works, it doesn't work? And I'm talking about Schroeder, Neek, like really we're talking about DeMar, Zach, and Domas. Really, let's keep it real.
Well,
before you consider a move.
I think if you start the season with these guys, right? I've always looked at it like this because you've seen some teams make moves early.
Yeah.
And when I say early, I say early. I feel like it's December.
December is early. Yeah.
When you make a move in December, that's early. I think a lot of teams give it almost until All-Star break, right? Before All-Star break, before they start trying to make serious moves in their roster. And I'm talking about moving players in their starting five.
Yeah.
Those are serious moves to me. So I think they're going to have to give it 25, 30 games.
Right.
Before you start saying, okay, well, is it soup or is it something that we got to put out in the trash? It's like, how are we going to go with this?
I was thinking 30 games. Whitey, I was thinking 30.
What do you think, High Flyer? And I don't even know if we've talked about this, Drapes. You two on Westbrook now. There's been, it looks like, Sam Amick was on the station Friday and said, it seems like the Kings aren't as interested. It's pretty clear the Kings at some point had interest in Russ. Do you see him, Henry? Do you still see him, Drapes, as a potential fitter? To be honest, I never quite did, but there genuinely was interest. What about Russell Westbrook's fit on this team?
Let me say this about Russell. I've always said this watching him play. I've always said that Russell Westbrook, you're going to get the best out of Russell when he is on a bad team and he is the alpha, the omega, and the end-all, be-all. Because he's that type of player to where, in his mind, he's the best scorer on the floor. In his mind, he's the best rebound on the floor. In his mind, he is the best facilitator on the floor, and that's the way he plays. Russell Westbrook has a hard time of being a piece of the puzzle. When he was asked to be a piece of the puzzle in Houston, it didn't work. When he was asked to be a piece of the puzzle with the Lakers, it didn't work. Same thing with the Clippers. He kind of tried to slip into that mold in Denver, but you're not getting the best of Russell Westbrook. He's got to be on a team to where he can go and be whatever he wants to be. That's when you're going to see the best out of Russell.
So you're saying on our squad, not a fit?
I honestly don't think so.
Yeah.
You know, because
we got too many others.
We have others that need the ball. You know, the main reason why it didn't work in LA, Russell would come down with the basketball, he would turn one over, he would shoot an air ball on the other one, and that third one, LeBron was like, hey, give me the ball. Go over there and stand in the corner. And that's not Russ's game. Because Russ gonna have 5-6 turnovers, but when you let him play, he's gonna have 12, 14 assists. But it's gonna be 5 bad plays in there where you're like, ugh. And when you have other alphas out there on the floor, they're gonna say after that second bad play, no, Russ, slow down. Give me the ball going over there and sit in the corner.
Yeah.
High Flyer, Trace, we got to take another timeout.
Yeah, take a break.
We say goodbye to High Flyer now, or is he still got
go ahead, man. I'm gonna let you go.
Yeah,
I appreciate you, man. Thanks for coming on, man.
We're
about to go up there.
You gonna come upstairs and watch the game?
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? My boy Nick upstairs.
Yeah,
man.
go find Nick. He watching the Celtics right now. He in the small gym right now watching the Celtics.
Yeah, but
nobody knows where he is.
Right up there, man. He be the dude in the Neat Clifford jersey.
That's right.
He got the Neat Clifford, not the De'Aaron Fox, the Neat Clifford.
I understand.
Nick is up on the roof somewhere. It's a finder. Yeah,
exactly. You'll know what he looks like.
Thank you, High Flyer.
Yep. All right, man.
Yeah. More Drive Guys with Drapes Vegas coming up next. Sacktown Sports.
Carmichael Dave here for my friends at American Energy Heating and Air. Yes, I always tell you they are a family-owned operation, been in business since 81, A+ Better Business Bureau, but it is hot. We are in those Sacramento hot months. I want to focus on them being your second opinion partner. What does that mean? Maybe you've got somebody you're working with or you've worked with in the past in the HVAC world. Guess what? They want to give you a second opinion. How much does it cost? Nothing. You call them up and say, hey, can I get a second opinion on this deal? They come out and they either say, wow, that's a great deal. You should feel better about that. Or they say, we can beat that price. And usually they're going to beat it by a lot. Guess what? You just saved money and it didn't cost you anything to find out. It's a no-lose situation. Go with a trusted company. American Energy, 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. Jingle Singers, take it away.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
Capital Casino, conveniently located on 411th North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento.
When you bundle renters and auto with Progressive, you can save while protecting your most valuable possessions, like your really expensive limited edition sneakers and your new suit for your cousin's wedding. Except you never actually bought the suit because you can't stop buying sneakers. So you show up to the wedding looking like you're going grocery shopping. But hey, at least your sneakers will look good in the pictures, until you're cropped out of every last one of them. So go ahead and get Progressive, so you can save while protecting the things that matter to you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. No, we're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless probably has you paying for more data than you might need. You could be throwing away thousands over a lifetime. We're not here to be the biggest. We're here to bring you something we believe is better. Our plans start at just $20. You'll get the same fast nationwide coverage without the big wireless bill.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com/facts. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
With 25 award-winning years in Northern California, Ashton & Price is your local injury law firm. Pro attorney tip: if a firm presents as local but they're in LA, red flag. If your first consultation is not with a lawyer, big red flag. At Ashton & Price, your first consult is with a local attorney, and if serious injury prevents travel, a lawyer will come to you. Still not enough? George Washington's my uncle. At Ashton & Price, no red flags, just red, white, and blue.
Remember, for the best advice,
Don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
Whitey here with another great grilling tip. The Napoleon Stainless Steel Prestige 500 Connected Propane Grill with infrared side and rear burner featuring Wi-Fi and Bluetooth connectivity brings you closer to your grilling experience than ever before. The Napoleon Connected lets you monitor temperatures, set timers, and receive high temp warnings. Boop, boop. All from your smartphone with temperature probes and LCD display. You'll always know exactly what's happening inside your grill. Napoleon's LED control knobs even illuminate for nighttime entertaining and feature safety glow. Napoleon Grills, simply the best.
Get ready for a night out with Jordan Davis. It's Country in the Park 2, Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo. Along with the special guests Mitchell Tenpenny, Locash, Vincent Mason, and Avriana. Make it a family day out with food trucks, games, dancing, and more. Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo.
Sponsored by Trex Racing Cage, Chicken Fingers, and Naturewood Home Furnishings. Tickets at catpfest.com.
Your afternoon home for Kings talk and so much more. The Drive Guys on Sacktown Sports.
Brent Rooker's currently at the dish in the Home Run Derby. What do you think, Jay? There goes another one. He's got that power stroke going tonight.
Short, quick, and sweet, too.
Mm-hmm.
Right to the ball.
Mm-hmm. Actually, I don't think that one did make it out, but he's got 93, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. He's got a minute left, 15 pitches left. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 11. Yeah, 11 home runs. I think the pitcher, Caruso, looks like he's pitching around him a little bit, Jay. Didn't want to give him anything good to hit.
Hitting the spot too much, huh?
Painting the corners. Yeah. So, Drapes, we got Brent Rooker's off to a pretty good start here in the Home Run Derby representing the Athletics.
Yeah, what's he got now? What's his number?
13.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Be 14.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what is it? Top 4 advance, right? Out of 8, top 4 advance.
8 of his first 9 pitches he hit over the fence, and he's leveled off a little bit since then. But line drive up the middle.
He needs this though because Wood hit 16. He's at 14.
Mm-hmm. Caruso backs him off the plate. There's a drive.
15.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, I didn't know. Play-by-play of the Home Run Derby here. I see it.
Sign me up, Drapes.
I see it.
Oh, the kids collided in the outfield trying to make the catch. He's got 2 pitches. Is that it?
Done?
Bonus
round, right?
He's in the bonus
coming,
round,
doesn't he?
Yeah.
He's got 3 or 4 pitches bonus round.
Yeah. So he's second right now to Wood. Yeah. So anyway, that's what's going on at the Home Run Derby. I don't know if you guys with Drapes, you had no chance to watch the Giants yesterday because you had so much going on and traveling.
Yeah.
The Giants played the Dodgers yesterday. That's a pretty big game. And the game was on Roku channel. And I know I'm not the only person. I could not find it for the longest time. Why is baseball making it hard for people who actually want to watch baseball to watch the game? We're trying to watch the game, and they make it hard for us, Drapes. I don't get it.
Well, you know what that's about, Whitey. Come on, man. It's not about the people watching the game. It's about who's paying the money to broadcast it.
The Roku channel?
They're not putting it on Roku if ain't money involved.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And, I was back in Sac, at my house in Folsom, and I actually watched some of the Giants Dodgers.
Okay.
On Roku. And it was
awesome.
awesome.
It's on there.
No, because on the Samsung TV, it shows like live events.
Oh, okay.
And that happened to be one of them. So I clicked that and it loaded for me. But it wasn't the same. You ain't have Kruk and Kipe up there. You know? Right. It just was kind of stale.
Yeah.
I felt.
It was national. It was a national.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So it was the national Roku guys. Did you guys
I don't even know who it was?
It sounded maybe like Carl Ravitch and John Smoltz, but it probably was. I don't know who it was. And
I don't even think it was them. Yeah.
Yeah. They were fine, but it was so generic. And if you're really a Giants fan, that's part of it is watching with your announcers. And I don't know. I understand.
Man, stop all that crying for the Giants fans.
Well, stop.
Everybody got national games.
It's for fans, period. On the Roku channel.
Drapes get some days off, don't you, Drapes? You got national games. As much as I know sometimes you don't want it to, You don't. You
Roku?
want to call the game? That's part of the package.
I can see ESPN.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sunday Night Baseball.
If you're on the game of the week, great. But if you're on, hey, Giants Dodgers, a Roku channel classic presentation.
Who's to say Roku next year won't be the big thing?
Maybe it won't.
Right.
People laughed about Amazon TV now popped up, the Zone, Netflix. Now they taking over. Roku might be on the push. Next thing you know, they get the football. What people gonna be saying? Oh, the Roku channel? Nah, they're gonna be praising them.
Are you just saying this because it was the Giants?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh man, guess what? Giants Blue Jays on Sunday will be on Roku also.
There you go. Get used to it, Giants fans.
Wow.
It just took me a long time to find it. I couldn't find it, and I saw on social media someone said, "What's the Roku channel?" And luckily, I have it. So I think baseball could do a better job of letting us know where the games are. Then sometimes you got Friday night. You got Apple. I think certain games on Friday night are on Apple TV.
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead.
I was going to say, it's to your point. It's hard to find games now. Like you know, we used to be able to. All right, all Kings games going to be, all Giants games going to be here. Now you got Apple, you got Roku, and everything like that. And so I get it, man. Did you guys know? And Jay, maybe you knew this. If you have Apple TV, it's like cable where you can watch other channels on.
Yes. Yeah.
So why I got an Apple TV subscription and a Comcast?
And the Comcast, man.
I got it's like
different packages. Drapes your Apple TV. You don't have all the certain channels, and you got to get a better package and all. Yeah, just be careful.
But you could go through Apple to have like your cable, basically.
Yes, you can.
Like your access to every other channel. Yeah, like YouTube. Yeah,
Sling, Hulu, all of that stuff are presenting their own version of cable, so to say, or channel.
Right.
Okay.
Whereas Roku's like a streaming.
All right.
I have Xfinity on our main TV, but then in other TVs we have Roku, so it just piggybacks streams. Yeah.
Here you go, Whitey and Jay.
Yeah.
Sunday's game was broadcasted on the Roku channel and called by Steven Nelson and former Giant Hunter Pence.
Nailed it. Okay. Yeah.
I didn't know that was Hunter Pence.
I didn't either.
Who's Steven Nelson? Do you
I
guys know?
was going to ask you, Drapes, you to play
I've never heard it. That's why I thought. That's why it sounded so weird to me. Because I'm like, this guy. It didn't sound like he was really up on Giants and you know what I mean. Like I don't know. He sounded kind of vanilla to me.
Yeah, and I think that game, especially Giants and Dodger fans, deserved announcers who are a little more familiar with the games. But the other thing about that series, I don't know if Jay would like this or not, but after Friday night, Logan Webb pointed it out. He was right. There were a ton of Dodger fans at Oracle. Dodger fans took over the ballpark in San Francisco, Jay.
Doesn't surprise me, man.
Right.
You know, we got fair weather fans like Giants fans out here in these streets, man. You know, plus, who will want to go out there and have to wear a sweatsuit in the middle of the summer every single time? They go out there with a parka just because it's so cold next to the water. Hey, Steven Nelson, he's a play-by-play for ESPN and the Dodgers, actually.
Oh, okay.
So let's see.
Really?
Yeah, it said trying to see exactly where he's come through the gamut here. He's an LA.
Look this guy up.
They were
it's that guy. I recognize him. He looks familiar. I've seen him before.
Yeah. It was fine, right, Drapes? It just wasn't great. It was fine. They did a fine job.
It was fine. It just didn't seem, we got Coop and Kite. Come on now.
Yeah, it didn't have that vibe.
Yeah.
Steven Nelson been around for a while. He's at Bleacher Report, MLB Network, NHL Network.
All right.
There's some stuff with I guess he was a co-host of Intentional Talk with Kevin Millar, Chris Rose. He took over Chris Rose's contract.
Okay.
He's been around Black Hawks. Put some respect on his name, Whitey.
I'm not hating on him.
Night baseball, Apple TV, baby.
Steve Nelson to me. I'm not calling him Steven. That's Steve Nelson.
Stevie Nelson.
It's STEPHEN.
Oh, well.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he fancy with it. Okay.
Steph Nelson. Here you go to wrap up this list that we were talking about a while ago. This is the top 10 quarterbacks in the NFL right now. We made it through the top 7, according to execs, coaches, and scouts. Jay says again that if Geno Smith's on the list, he said we got to stop right away. Mahomes 1, Josh Allen 2, Joe Burrow 3, Lamar Jackson 4, Jaden Daniels 5. Some controversy there. 6, Matthew Stafford. 7, Justin Herbert, who I don't think my colleagues gave the proper respect to, but I get it. And then so that brings us to number 8. Jared Goff is number 8.
I expected him to be there around there, 9, 10.
Cool with that? Okay.
Yeah.
Been a super, he's been deep into the postseason, Super Bowl guy. He slings it.
Number 9, Jalen Hurts.
Super Bowl winner. Got to give him. He's definitely a top 10 guy. Yeah.
And number 10, top 10 quarterback according to scouts, executives, coaches.
Nah, come on.
Baker Mayfield.
They gave Baker some respect.
Yes.
Uh-huh. Man, Baker, you know what Baker does? He's gritty, fellas. He makes it to the playoffs.
Oh.
He makes, the second round a few times. A lot of people wrote him off, and all he does is show that he gets it done. I'm a Baker Mayfield guy.
Only Allen and Jackson have more touchdowns over the past 2 seasons than Mayfield's 73. Personnel evaluator said, fearless as a thrower and runner. He's got on-field leadership where teammates want to support him. Much better arm than given credit for. Honorable mention, CJ Stroud, Jordan Love. Also receiving votes, Kyler Murray, Dak Prescott, Aaron Rodgers, Tua, Bo Nix, and Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy got jobbed on this.
Not Bo Nix get votes.
That's a great
That's your
question.
guy, man. No, I like Bo, but damn. Bo Nix, like, to get votes, you had to be voted a top 10 quarterback. Somebody had to vote you top 10 in the league. And I like Bo Nix, but dang. Top 10?
Yep. You know what, Drapes? I was telling Whitey this, and I think we've officially reached that point. The changing of the gamut, the changing of the guard in the NFL. It's done. It's happened. It's happened in front of our eyes. The Bradys, the Drew Breeses, the Peyton Mannings, all those guys, OGs. Even look at Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins and Stafford are probably the last of, I would imagine, that back end of that era.
Yeah.
And now those guys, you really pay attention. And I was saying this to Whitey Drapes. We're probably going to have a third or over a third of quarterbacks that are going to be in their first couple of years in the league starting this year.
This season, yeah.
If you really look around the league, man, that dude's only been in the league for 2 years. And he's starting. And then on top of that, you got the Penix Juniors. You've got, of course, Cam Ward being the number 1 pick. Who knows what's going to happen in New Orleans at this moment? You look around at Cleveland. What's going on with Cleveland? Deshaun Watson? Maybe, maybe not. We're talking about Jaden Daniels. There's so many teams who are leaning on young quarterbacks heading into this season. It's going to be interesting.
It is going to be very interesting to see how many of them, if any of them, the young quarterbacks you're talking about, make it all the way up near the top of the mountain where you've got Josh Allen and Mahomes and Burrow and Lamar Jackson.
I got no love for Herbert.
We'll see. I have more love for him than I think you guys do.
You might be. I like Herbert. I just think he
hasn't won a playoff.
Nah, you got to do a little more.
Yeah. Speaking of winning, Drapes, I know you're on the road. Are you up for a little Whitey's Wayback Machine quiz?
Yeah, I could get a win on the road, home. It don't matter. Neutral site, it don't matter. I get one.
That's coming up next on Sacktown Sports.
Hey, it's Mike Rohn. If I have a choice, I like to do business with companies that actually stand for something. That's why I switched from Verizon to Pure Talk. No offense to Verizon, I'm sure they stand for something. I just don't know what it is. Pure Talk, on the other hand, is a veteran-owned company that supports our military in a big way, and I appreciate that. Yeah, I also appreciate unlimited talk and text and plenty of data for half the cost of the big guys, and I do like being on America's most dependable 5G network for just $20 a month. But what I really appreciate is no contract, no cancellation fees, and Pure Talk's commitment to handle all their customer service in this country. I saw it for myself. I went to Georgia. I got a tour of their headquarters. I met their CEO, and I talked to the same customer service folks that you'll talk to when you dial pound 250 and say keyword micro. Switch today and save 50% off your first month when you dial pound 250 and say keyword micro. Pure Talk, a wireless company that actually stands for something.
When you're hiring,
Have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting great candidates? Well, they're not hard to find when you go to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. People who are actively looking for jobs like yours. So it's easy to find the right person fast. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
This summer with Kohl's, you can rack up the compliments like, where'd you get that dress? Tell me all your makeup secrets. Or, ooh, my husband needs that polo in every color. Because Kohl's has what you need. Cute dresses, Sephora essentials, stylish polos, comfy kids clothes, and more. Plus, take 20% off some of your faves. Yep, cue the compliments with Kohl's. Select styles, some exclusions apply. Offer ends July 20th. Coupons and Kohl's Cash do not apply to Sephora. See store or Kohls.com for details.
Did you know about 1/3 of our lives is spent sleeping? Hi, this is Frank LaRosa with a word about Naturewood Home Furnishings. If we're going to spend that much time in our bedrooms, then our bedrooms ought to reflect our personalities. I remember many weekend mornings when our kids would jump into our beds trying to coax us to start our days more on their schedules than ours. Naturewood Home Furnishings' huge bedroom sale is here, and there's no better time to find the perfect accent piece for your bedroom, or even better, to start fresh by designing your bedroom to fit your lifestyle. From a new mattress and foundation to dressers to nightstands to lamps and more. Naturewood Home Furnishings will help you create a space from simple to luxurious and anything in between. Just drop by and let Naturewood's team help you envision a bedroom fit for 1/3 of your life. Visit Naturewood Home Furnishings right now for this remarkable bedroom sale. Off Highway 50 at Hazel, look for the water wheel.
The Drive Guys powering your afternoons Monday through Friday on Sacktown Sports.
Home Run Derby update. Brent Rooker at 17 is currently second because Junior Caminero is still up, has hit 19, make it 20. It's the Drive Guys here. All-Star game tomorrow. I'm sure the All-Star game will figure into Whitey's Wayback Machine quiz for July the 14th. It's brought to you by Lee's Air Plumbing and Heating. Drapes coming to us from Vegas. Drapes, you know, Jay's been playing well lately, and he currently holds the championship belt and the crown. Any thoughts on that?
Does he really? I don't know about that. I don't know.
Walk
You
away
beat
with
me last time, Jay?
Yeah, come on now.
I think he
and I tied you before that.
Yeah, I think it
And
might
I
have been
beat
one
you
of those
before that.
situations. Yeah,
don't worry about
Need
that.
a recount.
Why do you ain't got to explain to this man what's happening to his
Let's do this.
To
statistics?
be
We
the
got
champ.
basketball to watch.
Jam. Yeah. And so, Jay, you're up first today. Here's what we have. Remember, now I'm giving you a little more information on the categories to make it a little more interesting for you guys. So we have this date, what year in NBA free agency, Jay? We have 1951 in sports TV. We have 1974 in baseball. We also have 1987 at the All-Star Game, 2004 in the NBA, 2021 in the NBA. Everything based on things that happened on this date or related to things that happened on this date in those years. So,
What was
Jay,
the first two?
The first two were this date, what year in NBA free agency. Also have 1951 in sports TV.
Let's go 1951 in sports TV.
All right, Jay, it's multiple choice
All right.
for you. 1951 in sports TV. This date, a sporting event is broadcast in color for the first time. It's the first time a color sporting event had been broadcast, showing a great champion becoming the first in his sport to win $1 million. What was the sport? This date, 1951. Sports in color on TV for the first time. Was it golf? Was it boxing? Was it horse racing? 1951.
The one I thought is on there, but the second one I thought might have been. I'm gonna go with the two I thought was thinking are on both on there. I'm gonna go horse racing.
That is correct.
That's easy. Come on, Whitey. Throwing out these layups.
Who was the horse, Drapes? It was that easy.
I don't. That wasn't the question. I don't know that part. I knew it. Dude, it definitely wasn't.
Secretary.
Citation.
Citation.
Yeah. 1-0, Drapes. You're up. This day, what year in NBA free agency? 1974 in baseball, 1987 at the All-Star Game, 2004 in the NBA, 2021 in the NBA.
NBA free agents.
57. Okay, thank you, Jay. I'm sorry, Drapes. What did you choose?
NBA free agency.
NBA free. This date, what year? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, here you go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So you get to hear it. Decide if you want Jay to go first. This date, what year in NBA free agency? The Phoenix Suns sign Steve Nash.
I'll let Jay go first.
What do you think, Jay? This date, what year? NBA free agency. The Phoenix Suns sign Steve Nash.
I can't remember it. I'll be honest.
Jay with the 1-0 lead.
Dang, I can't remember. Let me see. 11. Got upset.
I don't want to give any clues or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. This day, what year in NBA free agency? The Phoenix Suns sign Steve Nash. Jay's having a hard time.
Man, I can't remember. I'm going to say 2002.
2002. Kyle Draper, this day, what year NBA free agency? Phoenix Suns sign Steve Nash. What do you think, Drapes? 2000. The answer is 2004. Close, Jay. Drapes closer. Drapes has the point.
Nice one,
man.
You said that with a lot of confidence, Drapes. I think you knew that one, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I didn't know. I knew it was after that for sure.
It was the back end of the Kings run. That's all I remember. I just couldn't remember. It was 2, 3, or 4.
You're up, Jay. 1-1. 1974 in baseball, 1987 at the All-Star Game, 2004 in the NBA, 2021 in the NBA.
74 baseball.
1974 baseball. It is multiple choice.
All right.
What manager this date, 1974, is ejected in both games of a doubleheader? You're gone. You're gone again. Earl Weaver, Tommy Lasorda, Billy Martin.
Billy Martin.
Correct. He's got it. He's got the 2.
That's easy. That's easy. That's easy, bro.
I was waiting. I paused for minutes for Drapes to go, that's so easy.
Yeah, don't worry about it. He would have
easy, right?
Anderson. Don't even worry.
That was easy. Come on.
He would have guessed the Monongahela Muskies.
I know, right?
All right, KD, you're down 2-1. That's all right. Plenty of pizza left in the box. You're up. 1987 at the All-Star Game, 2004 in the NBA, 2021 in the NBA. What would you like?
2021.
2021 in the NBA.
Yeah.
It's multiple choice for you.
All right.
2021 in the NBA. Devin Booker on this day, 2021, becomes the all-time leader for most points scored in a player's first playoff run. You got that? Most points scored by a player in his first playoff run. Whose record did he break? Was it Rick Barry, Oscar Robertson, or Wilt? Devin Booker, 2021. All-time leader for most points scored in a player's first playoff run. Whose record did he break? Because remember, they were playing that 2021. They were, the schedule was all wonky.
Yeah. Who are your choices again?
Yes, sir. Rick Barry, Oscar Robertson, Wilt.
Rick Barry.
That is correct.
Big fella, come on, Jay. You gotta put some respect on this name.
The rabbit had been Peter Cottontail out the hat.
Drapes corner 3. He's got it.
From way downtown, bang.
We're all leaving it.
The answer to every question is Wilt Chamberlain.
Not for Wilt, yeah. That's what I thought. I thought whoever gets that, they're going to go for Wilt. All right, Jay. 1987 at the All-Star Game and 2004 in the NBA.
04 NBA.
It's a closest to.
Let Drapes go first.
All right, Drapes, you're up first here.
Okay.
This day, 2004, it's the same day Steve Nash signed with the Suns. Shaq is traded to the Heat for 3 players and a first-round pick. 1 first-rounder. Question is, how many points per game did Shaq average his first season with the Heat?
Oh, man. Shaq. First season in Miami.
Yeah. This, of course, the 04-05 season.
04-05, so he was carried a 1.
24.
No, 23.9.
I'm sorry. I want to make sure. 23.9?
Yep.
Okay. Jay, Shaq traded the Heat this date for 3 players, first-round pick in 2004. How many points per game did he average in his first season with the Heat? Drapes says 23.9.
It was lesser. It was lower than that. So I'm going 23.5.
It was 21. 2.9.
Oh my God.
Drapes was very close.
I remember seeing this not too long ago. Remember Wade did an interview, and he's done a few of them lately, but he did something, and they were asking him about it, and he was like, oh, yeah, I average more than Shaq. I talk about it. And he was like, he was like around 21, 22. I just saw an interview on it.
Oh, that hurts. That one hurts, fellas. I'll keep it real. That's
all right. You need this one, KD. 1987 at the All-Star game. And it is also a closest to. Would you like Jay to go first?
Yeah, and which year is this? I'm sorry.
It's 1987 on this date, 1987.
Yeah, Jay can go first.
Okay, I was at this All-Star game. The Nationals beat the Americans 2-0 in 13 innings at the Oakland Coliseum. All-Star game this date, 1987. Including that game, how many Major League Baseball All-Star games have been played in the Bay Area, Jay?
Man, it was a reason I ran from this question because I didn't.
Yeah, this is oof.
How many have been played in the Bay Area?
Right, and of course we're talking.
Anywhere.
Yeah. 1987 All-Star game was played in Oakland, including that one. How many Major League Baseball All-Star games have been played in the Bay Area?
I'm going.
Jay with the lead, 3-2. Drapes needs this one. See who can get closest to the
going
correct answer.
4. Folgers in the cup.
4?
Yeah. That's it.
That's it.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Jay, nice.
Yes,
How'd you know
sir.
that, Jay? How'd you know that one?
I remember 3. So I just added an extra one.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. I was like, I remember 3. The Giants been there forever. They had to get another one. Like, come on.
1962 at Candlestick, 1984 at Candlestick, 1987 Oakland, 2007 at AT&T Park.
Yeah.
There you go.
Wow.
Jay with the
Put
win.
them away. Put them away, Whitey.
That's crazy.
The iPhone. We got to create a weekend. What's the name of this thing? Something that's been terrible for him. Just continues.
Dude, it's been
iPhone experience
just on it. Yeah,
we just
the icing on the cake right here. Losing to Jay.
Thanks,
I'm on the
Drapes.
Samsung.
Yeah, enjoy the game tonight. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right, back tomorrow. All right, boys.
All right. Thank you, Jay. Congratulations. Thanks for being with us. Stick around because the JR Sports Brief Show, that's coming your way next on Sacktown Sports.